Good evening, or good night, good night. Welcome to the moonlight. Who do we have in this chat? First on the moonwalk, we have Mai Tai, Nesto, Shackle Shuffle, Walk of Shame, Black, the only Black but not bitter, Mimi, Baba Lady, Miss Buckeye, Nola Brown, D-Dub, Superfly, Casino Lady, Wendy Shy, Minding Business, Jackson Tabasco, Reef and Muff's mom, Justin's mom, Salty Buzzard, Southside Chi-Town, Sanders RN, Aaliyah TV, B. Ann, Ebony, Rossi, Blue Bear, Petty Patty, Jet Black Straight, Linda, and Loving Life. Now, Say J. How did I miss you, Say J? Leela, not Layla. How did I miss these? Okay, Leela, not Layla. Say J. Okay, I got Rossi. All right. I think I got everybody. But if I miss HLS, hey, Beauty is her name, Savannah Clover. This is true. So if I did miss seeing you and speaking, charge it to uh my brain and not my heart. Hey, boys, Nana. So we got some Sonya mess to get into. I had something planned already, and I'm gonna kind of butcher that up because phone calls from prison has dropped a call, and I found it very interesting. Hey, dumb folks. So, but before I do that, I want to do this. I want to play something. Let me share my screen. I got some things to play for you. We are going to first listen to Sonya say she did not know um, Nesto was married. Here we go. Am I sharing? What? Why isn't it on? Oh, okay. I'm behind. Okay, here we go. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm.
Shirley put on her bankruptcy that she was single, and I didn't know she filed. So if she put that she was single, I mean, y'all gotta understand her job and kind of like in Hollywood, things are different. You know?
We've got to understand her job and whatnot. But you were the same person who said, well, she needs to retire. Anybody remember that phone call? So what are you talking about now, Sonya? Huh?
No, and it could have been. I don't know. See, I don't know. Because the way he was moving like he was single. You know? So, because I don't know what type of relationship he had with Erica, if that was more than what it was. I don't know about the real estate chick, if that was something. I
don't know about the real estate chick, if that was something. Hey, I'll do it on Monday.
The young girl, that was, he was, messing around with her, and he was messing around with the teacher. This is all right before he went to jail. So he was moving like he was single. So I don't know. What is Pammy? Other than that,
So, and here is another one that is, I think on this one, she's talking more about their relationship.
that was the only personal thing. I don't know anything about his other wives. I didn't even know he was married more than twice. I thought it was Carol and Shirley. And I didn't find out till all of this happened that he's married 5 times.
So you've slept with this man and you don't even know how many times he's been married. I mean, like y'all never had a conversation about that. Salty Buzzer says Sonya be a whole Sonya be a whole lie, and I want my tail back. That would be the tail of the pony. Um, yes, please make sure you hit the like button. Blue Bear said lies. Salty Butter, you don't have to get out your fan already. I tell you what. Leela, not Layla, said, besides this being a lie, this is old, right? This is old, yes. This is when she still had a YouTube channel. Petty Patty says Sonya was telling all Nesto's business. Mm-hmm.
Okay, DJ, damn. Well, listen to the phone calls. Okay. So I'm trying to understand it no matter what.
Okay, before we get into that, I got one more. Where'd YouTube go? YouTube disappeared on me. I got one more to show y'all that she did on one of her lives, which is more or less lies. But we're gonna look at that. Where are my downloads at? Okay, let me get that off. On this one, I don't know why she's talking about a prenup, but she is. So
I've ever had in a relationship, except for 2, has been traumatic. It's always involved a gun, a death threat. You can't leave me alive. It's serious.
this is very interesting considering the call that we just heard. Mixtress Monica, hey. Leela not Layla said, of course you didn't know he was married 5 times. You barely knew him, but it doesn't matter. She knows his character. Hey, Leo lady. Bible lady said, good evening, Legacy Moon and Moonlight. I'm late, but I was in her chat that night wearing her out as Sonia's edge. That was you? I remember that. Oh my God. I remember that. Yes, I remember. Oh, but see, according to her, all her chats are peaceful, and all she has is positivity on her channel. Okay. Salty Butter said Johns don't normally get into their personal business with tricks. But I found this interesting considering the call we just heard.
Seriously crazy. So I be needing my peace. So that's why I don't be like really trying to get serious with nobody, because all my serious relationships end up crazy as fuck. And I don't need that in my life. People are saying you're lying so Ernest can get the bag for Shirley and divorce. He doesn't want any money from her. They don't have a prenup, he said, but he doesn't want anything from her, but her happiness. Do you think you have a type? No, because you know what? I dated 2 white boys. When I was in Miami, I dated a doctor for 3 years, and I dated this other white guy for
You know what? When I tell somebody about someone I've dated, the only time race comes in is if I'm talking about specifically something pertaining to the topic of that. But other than that, if I'm just telling somebody about somebody who I dated, I'm not going to just say a color. I mean, because it doesn't make sense. Why do you have to tell us that these men were white? Why couldn't they just be men, period? Now, if somebody asks you, if somebody says, do you date outside your race? Then, yeah, you say, yes, I do. I've dated white men and, all that stuff. Just like, excuse me, it's just like I had shared something with you guys the other day. I can't remember which live and why I did it, but whatever it was related to the topic of dating, and it had to do with someone from from India. So, but other than that, it just would never have came up. Hey, Say Jay. Mimi said, "Amen." She thinks it validates her. Yeah, Leela not. I'm sorry, y'all. Leela Not Layla says, well, we know she didn't have no standards or morals. Sure enough.
6 years, I think I dated the other one. So I don't really have a type. I have a personality type. I would say that. Oh, but I do have a body type. I do like a nice fit guy. You know what I'm saying? Buy some medicine in my throat. Okay. So racist. I'm not racist. I wonder why. Okay. Oh, God, it's going so fast. He drained. Okay. He drained all the money. No, he said he never took anything from her.
Shaby, this is what troubles me about her. I don't understand why she cannot just simply say woman or man. Shaby says, and calling a grown man boy and a grown woman girl is so disrespectful to me. Them folks said that's when she had the small rose. um, my tea, I don't have, I didn't prepare any because I drank tea earlier on the members only live, and I haven't had anything to eat since breakfast, so I made a grilled cheese, and my tea wouldn't went with it. So not the tea I want. Salty Buzzer said, you know what? I'm shaying. What you're shaying? I'm shaying drives. Oh, I'm shaying. You know what I'm saying? Nesto shot. Hey, Muffin 218. Nesto Shackle Shuffle Walk of Shame says, here we go. Sucking dick for your clients are not serious relationships. And for certain men of those positions, you were under the table sucking dick. They would have never been seen in public with you. That, people, is brought to us from Nesto's Shackle Shuffle Walk of Shame, who is now taking a trip to the moon. Um, I'll do it on Monday. I can agree with you. And I think somewhere along the way I've heard her say that. That she hasn't been, I think she said the longest she's been in is 5 years. Hey champion, how are you doing? D-Dub says me too at Salty Buzzard and situation. Situation, got a situation. We got Justin's mom. She says she can't stand it either. Yes, Leela Not Lately, we just started, and already Nesto Shackle Shuffle of Shame has been exiled. Already.
Financially. And I quote you. You said, get back there and take off your clothes. I did say that, didn't I?
Yep.
Girl, you dating doctors and pastas and lobsters. Girl, move around. This ain't he gone, bring you down. I don't get that.
Okay. I just wanted to show those because I just thought that it was very interesting. And it's kind of will tie into what we hear from this phone call. Mixtress Monica says, damn, I got here and I already need to rescue Nesto Shackle Shuffle Walk of Shame. Mimi says, surprise, surprise. Justin's mom says, maybe Sonya got that lisp from her mouth activities. Oh my gosh. Nesto Shackle Shuffle Walk of Shame says, if that took me to the moon, I'm certainly going out of space tonight. Yep. Bible Lady says Sonya is only available for a good time, not a long time. Now that was deep. That was deep. Let me go and grab this phone call and we will get into that. Wait. Is this the right thing? Are we in the right place? Oh, no, I'm not in the right place. I was about to say, this doesn't look right. Oh, okay. Okay. Let me get it. There we go. Now I'm in the right place. Okay. Let me share my screen and we'll get into this call that she pisses me off on, as usual. Okay. Here we go. This is supposed to be Sonya talking to a private investigator. I want to know if he's real.
Not for me right now.
Let me. We don't want to miss one word Nesto is saying. Okay.
Okay, that's enough for me right now. I get that. I've been exploding my brain being.
In the last upload of calls, Nesto learned that Erica was out of jail. The calls in this video are from the next day. You will hear Nesto and Sonia talk about their relationship, Sonia's ex-boyfriends, Erica, a private investigator, and more. Take a listen.
Hey, love to shop on 1212.
Good morning. How you doing?
I'm fine.
I can't hear you.
I'm fine.
Oh, sounds like you've been up all night.
No, I wasn't up too late.
Oh, but
Um,
you don't sound good this morning.
Well, what the hell is wrong? Because you
I
sure
sound
don't.
fine. How are you? How'd you sleep?
No, I didn't really sleep. After you told me that last night, I've been fucked up.
No.
Yeah, I've been fucked up all night. Trying to figure that shit out. Trying to dissect the shit. Trying to figure that shit out. Yeah.
Don't try to understand. It's just,
He's trying to dissect everything. Boy, his head must really, really hurt bad. Hey, 404 boy, Miss HLS, how y'all doing? Miss HLS says, how do you sound? Like you've been up all night. I don't know, because you all know that for me, I experience this all the time, being up all night, and I don't sound like that. I sound pretty normal. Actually, like when I'm up like too many days in a row, up late, I kind of start getting, I don't want to use the word manic because I'm not manic, but I will start, talking fast. And that's because I want to get out what I'm saying, because I don't want to forget it. I already know my brain is tired and everything, but why she sounds like this, I don't know. Salty Buzzer said she's laying under poke chops. uh, poke chops mode. Say says, don't answer the phone if you can't talk. Say, call me back or something. I think she was fishing for some concern from him. That might be it. Mai Tai says she sounds defeated. Hey, Delicate Dale, how are you?
gotta incorporate news. What you got to use? Her record go all the way back to 1998.
Here we
She got
go.
arrested for shoplifting, and it grows from there. She got a warrant out of Leon County for a $3,000 check she wrote. She did residential mortgage fraud for $111 in Gwinnett
What?
County. Yeah, she got a hella record.
Don't act like you
Hella
don't
record,
know.
nonstop. 98, 2002, 2003, 2005,
Golly.
2008, 2010, 2013, 2000, and she got a violation of probation in 2010.
Okay, move our man boobs. It's man boobs. Oh my gosh, man boobs. Miss HLS said, Shaby, he just sounds dumb. He sure does. Wow.
I guess she did something, or she would have caught another case, something like that. Yeah, her shit go all the way back, 1998.
Golly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So they
Wow.
can't even say nothing about, well, nope, shit, that girl's record fucked up. And she got stuff by the stuff. She got all kind of stuff, ID theft, fraud, all kind of stuff.
Hey, what up though? How you doing?
Wow.
Passing the bad check, 3,500 to the state of Florida. Who writes a bad check to the state? She wrote that shit to the state, trying to renew a business with the state of Florida. And
Wow.
she got another name, Rothschild. Hewley Rothschild. Eric E. Hewley Rothschild. This bitch got a whole nother name.
Man, you goddamn blowing my damn mind.
Mm-hmm.
That little shit
Yeah,
I got, man, ain't shit.
I already know about she. Oh, that she the fucking did that shit. That's on her. Oh, that's on her. Y'all gotta look at her fucking record across the board.
Wow.
I'm looking for just Fulton. You better look at Leon County, Gwinnett County, DeKalb County. She got fraud in DeKalb County.
Wow.
Yep. You better look at. You better run all her names. All
Damn.
her names. Yep. It's crazy.
No, that shit is fucking crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
I don't know if it's called CODIS or gosh, what did we used to call it? I don't know, but I think it's called CODIS now. You can literally put someone's name in and you get their record period. Now, maybe with whatever she's using, you get bits and pieces, but if you run her name, you can run it by state or you can just run it period. And everything she's ever done comes up. So the police and everybody is aware of her past record. And, I just don't understand why we have to look at her stuff back in the 90s, but we don't have to look at his. I don't get that. Petty Patty said she must have fallen asleep reading up on Erica. Okay. Yeah, that sounds like it's a possibility. Hey, Muffin 218. Um, Salty Buzzer said hello. Victor wasn't that one of Ernest's names? I forget. I know Erica had upwards in like the 30s maybe, but this he wasn't too far behind her. He has all these aliases too. And take CODIS, okay. And the thing about it is that um she should be able to see that just like she's looking at all of Erica's names, she could clearly see what his names were. Muffin 218. Okay, that's big. Hey, sound check Annette. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
But sometimes they be having something real personal against the men, so they want to make it look like, oh, he did. I don't know. She could have said some shit. You know what I'm saying? Try to save herself like most people do. 'Cause like I said, she's been a criminal since 1998.
It ain't shit to say. That's the killer part.
That's true.
That's the
That
killer
is
part.
true.
There ain't shit to say. What is it to say? It ain't nothing to say. So
People lie on people all the time. You get me?
that's true. But I ain't
All the
nothing to say.
time. And if they ain't got no evidence, they gonna believe what they want to believe. But then again, you can't believe her without evidence. But for the simple fact that this bitch is a career criminal, so you can't believe anything on her mouth. $100,000.
Okay, she's a career criminal and Sonia's not. Uh, she's a career criminal and Nesto's not. Okay. Well, let me take that back. I wouldn't call Sonya career. I just will call her a criminal. But this man's a career criminal and he's made his career out of theft by deception, theft by taking. Why can't she run his record and see that? Hello, welcome, welcome. Always loving life 804. London pretty New York girl and Maretta. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Aaliyah TV, I think I spoke to you earlier. I think I did. Aaliyah TV says Nesto really trying to act surprised about Erica's criminal record. Oh, yeah. And not doing a very good job. Hey, Juju D. Hey, Virgo Callie.
All of fucking mortgage fraud. This bitch done did. She did mortgage. I wrote it down. It's $111,000. That
I'm
bitch
just trying
ain't
to
no
figure
small
how the fuck
thing.
that them folks got them skate like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because see, that shit
Yep.
it ain't been. I thought they do that if you've been indicted. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't been indicted, that shit makes no sense to me. It makes no
Listen,
sense to me.
this record is crazy. And I'm gonna have my boy, my client is the investigator. The one who keeps calling me all fucking day long. He's so worrisome. But I thought about it last night. I'm gonna have his ass. I'm gonna run her record
her client is an investigator. If she is talking about clients from the legal profession, as her being a lawyer or whatever, what did he do to become your client? Why is he your client? I wouldn't want him to have my information. Joseph Buller wants to know where he can find somebody like her, where they'll believe all of her bullshit. Okay. Salty Buzzer said, at my time, could she see through that mask who was using those plastic D's on her? Petty Patty says Sonya calling Erica a B because she thinks that Erica and Nesto were messing around. Yes, and that's why she can't stand her. And that's why she's just so hard in the paint on trying to get somebody to notice Erica. Petty Patty said Sonya is calling Erica B. Oh, I just read that. Duh. Justin's mom says she's using the B word a little too much. She better be careful. Yes, you live in Atlanta. I mean, I know it's a big place, but it ain't that big. And since, your friend doxed you and showed your background, what up, Doe said her client, right? Yeah, her John. Layla said, what kind of client? I'm assuming this is somebody from the legal, arena. Hey, Bella. Linda says Ernesto is nothing more than a criminal. Sonya don't see that. Most of those crimes Erica was involved in was with Ernesto. Yes. But he's acting like he's surprised and he didn't know anything about it.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to what's her name. I think your lawyer can do it. I think he know how or whatever. But this is a private investigator. This is what he do. He researched everything. He can find it, but he probably can dig a little bit better than what I did. I just did that shit off stuff I saw, and then I went and investigated. And I saw this heifer has a whole nother name. And her original name is Erica, Erick King. That's her original name. Then she kept getting, each case she kept getting a new name. Then she went to Huey, then she went to Huey Rothschild, then she went to Erica E. She put an E in her middle.
Them folks ain't never went to prison. Them folks should have been to prison.
Now she could have went to prison for, I don't think she ever could have did longer than 2 years, because she ain't went longer than 2 years without catching the case. And she's been doing probation.
Wow.
She was on probation.
I'm just trying to figure out how them folks got there skated like that.
Yeah.
So all them charged, them folks is out.
Out for free. Should say zero.
There we go with that out for free talk. But you know what's funny? He keeps saying that. Wow, them folks is out for free. Wow, them folks, right? He's not saying, oh, wow, I didn't know she had a record like that. Are you serious? Are you kidding me? Whoa, I can't believe I was involved with a person like that. None of that is the response. His only response is, oh, I can't believe she skated on that. Them folks is out with all them charges. This is what he says. Aaliyah TV said Nesto and Shirley were the ones to benefit off of Erica's crimes. How does she not realize that? I don't know. Linda said Justin's mom, continue calling Erica a B. Somebody's going to give Sonya a beat down. Petty Patty said Nesto was playing Monopoly while Erica was playing chess. I think he thought that this was going to be one of those cases that just went away. Them folks said she believes anything he says, and Shay B said at Joseph Bullard, you ain't lying. Salty Buzzer said at Linda, Erica gonna be sporting a new ponytail next time we see her. Okay, right.
Let's just say zero bond. That's on the 30. Yeah, she got a zero bond.
She got a what?
I don't know. She ain't paid. She don't even have a $200 bond. She got zero. I thought say zero
Wow.
on every chart. Zero.
Wow. Damn.
Hey, I think you make a perfect, good argument for your case. That's all I can say.
Damn, I ain't know none of that shit.
Now that can make a good argument for his case. I don't see how. I really don't see how, because you mean to tell me she's out for free, as they keep saying, and you haven't considered the fact that perhaps she has flipped? You have not considered that. Okay. Hey, Pen Pal 50. Linda says them folks must have gotten a better deal than you, Nesto. Yep.
I didn't know none of that.
Well, apparently you don't know the woman at all, which is possible because she wasn't your best friend. She was just somebody you saw here and there. So not everybody put their business out there like that
No, you don't. Not like that. Not like that.
at all. They might say something. They might slip up and accidentally say, "Oh, yeah, I've been arrested before," but yeah, no, that's what you stay in court. She stay in court. I can't see that she ever had a job.
Did this ever just say that? Did she really just say that? Beauty is her name says, I don't know that Shirley benefited from Erica. Erica made her the proud owner of a judgment and wage garnishment without Shirley knowing there was an issue. Hey, no 54. Let me see. Joseph Bullard said, title of my new book, Shirley Strawberry gets the bag, Nesto gets the hag, coming spring 2025. Mai Tai said she knows he's dirty, but she doesn't care. All roads lead back to Nesto's dick. Mai Tai. Casino Lady said these two definitely in a fantasy world. What Up Though said she's very jealous of Erica and Shirley, but Shirley's out of the way.
Because the way she moving, she stay in court.
Whoa,
He didn't do his research on that one. The prosecutor. I did his research on that one.
No. Damn.
Don't stress it. Don't stress. I'm about to have my boy. I'm going to call his ass around 12. Juno. I'm going to call Juno and have him on her. And then I'm going to keep it to your lawyer. And he's going to use that in court. He's going to have to and he's going to have to reapproach your attorney, your judge, I'm sorry. He's going to have to reapproach your judge with the same situation with your indicted cases.
What situation? Erica, part of her, she's sick. Another part is they offered a proffer. Another part, she's had, some problems in jail with violence. They don't want to take care of someone who's ill. I mean, just all of the things. I don't know how that argument is going to help him, but she seems to think it will. Hey, sweet peasy. She says, I cannot stand ponytail. Justin's mom says she don't know what the prosecutor is doing. Nope, she doesn't. Hey, PW, I didn't speak to you. Hey, Irie Vibes, how are you doing? Loves to shop. Says, well, I didn't buy the one. I didn't buy the one I have. It's what the builder used. What you talking about? I think I missed something. Irie Vibe says I'm 18 minutes behind. You're 18 minutes behind. I'm trying to figure out. Love to shop. Let me see. Well, I didn't buy the one I have. It's what the builder used. I'll figure that out. It'll hit me. Nesto Shackle Shuffle Walk of Shame says, I believe with everything in me that Sonya is a co-conspirator in some of Nesto's criminality. I believe she protects Nesto to keep her from being exposed. I know I had kind of thought that in the beginning, but I don't know. I mean, when you put two people who are not very smart together, does anything ever really come of it? Um, oh, love to shop. That was meant for someone else. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Sometimes I look away from the chat for a minute, so I lose things, but that's okay. That is cool. Casino Lady said, if I was given a subpoena in court, there would be no way in hell I would be talking to Nesto about nothing related to his case or Erica's case. And that would be a smart thing to do. But look at who and what we're dealing with. Salty Buzzard said, I can't get past her driving that RV. Beauty as her name says, as much as Sonya talks, I think she would have told on herself by now. That's true too. Hey, Natasha Razor Glam.
Because you sat there in court and the only thing they said was $1,500 after they sat there and put that $1,000,000 on your face on TV.
Yeah, they put that
Well,
up.
that sounds more like her. Especially with the shit she did, she didn't get caught doing. Because you got to think about as much stuff that she got caught doing. She was nonstop and she didn't get caught doing everything.
That's what they was talking about for years. I'm like, what?
Okay, so what she's saying is these are only the cases that they've caught. There's probably cases out there that they don't know about because she's been doing this for years. How come that applies to Erica, but not to Nesto? Please tell me. Hey, Miss Riri60 and Fabulous, how are you doing? She is here for the mess. Say said, I think they've known each other longer than they've let on. Like, I really believe they knew each other when Nesto was in California. There are some things that she says that makes me question. And plus, her herself has given different years of when they met. So you're right about that.
The fuck is they talking about? Now I get it now. It makes so much sense now.
Mm-hmm. I'll put her shit on you.
I get it makes sense. It's making sense now.
But because you got two charges in your past that's similar to what she was doing, trying to link it up. And now the prosecutor trying to say, oh, he's a mastermind. Da, da, da. Oh, no, he's do your research. He says,
That ain't got nothing to do with that shit though.
Yeah.
you're dumb enough to be around somebody that's foul. That's all they say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No fucking body.
Wow.
He's like, what do you do?
Hey, Major's wife, Sonia's boots, baptized that ass. How are you doing? Love to shop says Sonia must have checked Nesto's record to find Erica so appalling. You know what? I can believe that she didn't because she wants to believe this man so bad and his character is so good that she just wants to believe that it's all Erica. So I can believe she didn't. Born in Trinidad says Legacy Moon, please send me to the moon. I'm not going to comment. You want to go? Alicia Lewis says, hey, Legacy Moon, listening from Memphis. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And I think social wife Melissa is here. How are you doing? I think I spoke to Sonia's boots. Yeah, so you want to go up there and hang out with Nesto, Shackle, Shuffle, Walk of Shame? Okay. Sometimes I just aim to please. So we can do that. We can give her company up there. So now Nesto, Shackle, Shuffle, Walk of Shame has company on the moon because someone just wanted to go. Major's wife, hey, I think I spoke to you, but I'm not sure. Alicia Lewis, hey, how are you doing? See, Sonya also has her climbs are like fraudulent adjacent, stealing adjacent. So, she really shouldn't talk. Just because she doesn't do it anymore doesn't mean anything. What up though? Says 3 months to this date. Shirley read his dumb ass strawberry letter. Where is the okay? Here we go.
Who are you actively doing? Because I can't be around no active criminals and shit. What you did in your past, fine, we all got a past. But what you doing now? I ain't going to jail. I ain't about to test no unnecessary fucking case. What are you doing?
Wow.
I'm scared of myself.
You sent that to him?
I'm scared of myself. Hmm?
You
I
sent
sent it. I sent those 3 cases that I saw to him on an email, but this said it was gonna shoot to his spam. So what I gotta do is send him an email telling him to check his spam. But I'm gonna wait till I get with Juno and have Juno. Juno should have that by Monday evening.
Oh,
I'm gonna tell him the day to do it, and then he should have it by Monday. By Monday evening, he should have it.
So Joseph Bullard is working on Hey Champions and Diva 314. He's working his way to the moon because he has just said something that is moon worthy. Joseph Bullard says, can y'all believe out of 80 to 300 million sperms that travel to a person's uterus, cervix, these are the 2 that made it. So, I don't know, Joseph Bullard. I'll give you one more chance, but this Diva 314 says we're going to the moon already. Oh, within the first 5 minutes, Nesto Shackle Shuffle Walk of Shame was there. So, oh right, Beauty is her name. She has never spoken about a female client. You are right. We've never heard her say anything about working with a female client. Wow, good catch, good eye. Born in Trinidad, said Lacey Moon, I enjoyed going to the moon. It's not supposed to be fun. Let's see here. I don't know what's wrong with her. PW says all she comes back with is a truth finder sheet. Some who even knows if she got, because there's a lot of Ernest Williams. It was even one incarcerated with them. So who's to say she's got the right one? People. You ever be on Google and you looking for something and that crap comes up, People Finder and all this and for free, and then you go through it and they want to charge you all this money. Leela not Layla says that's logic. Natasha Razor Glam says Sonya doesn't get female clients on the whole stroll. Leela not Layla also says so she only gets Johns. She only has Johns. Okay. Bella says she only likes Nesto's plastic. Oh my gosh. Y'all are no 50 foe said Joseph Bullard means there's no mammies should have been. Joseph Bullard means their mammies should have swallowed. Have you ever been swallowed?
And then how much is forwarded to your attorney?
okay.
Because I told him you better follow that co-defendant because that's the key right there, the co-defendant.
Is that, I'm trying to figure out, is that law if the co-defendant get it?
If the key to all this is following the co-defendant, don't you think the attorney would do that? The attorney is looking at the documents and things that he has, and he realizes that, okay, I need to focus on my client because this, he's tied into all of Erica's things. Now let me see what law he's trying to figure out. I know, my tie, I know. I know that was the echo moment. But I said, no, I'm not going to bother these people tonight. I'm not going to do it. But I know, I thought about it. My hand was reaching for it, but I said, nah.
Do the other co-defendant get the same treatment?
Is there a law where the other co-defendant gets the same treatment? No, because it should be your assumption that she snitched on your behind. Oh my gosh.
No, it's not necessarily. but the argument here is because you always argue and you align it with a case that's similar or close to what you know what I'm saying, and that helps your argument. That's why they always go Roe versus Wade, and where this is match it up with your case, where you know.
Why would she use Roe versus Wade as an example? That
I'm saying if your case is similar, and then they have to look at the argument like, yeah. And if you ever watch Law and Order, they do that shit all the time. And then the judge is like, oh yeah, okay, you know, because then they were like, where the statute?
did she just say Law and Order? Mai Tai said the slowness of it all.
This, that, and the other, and then they put this, that, and then they be like, all right, that. So it's the same scenario because what he's arguing is your bond, and the thing of it is that you let a female, all these cases, actually more cases than his client, and you trying to railroad them and try to put all this with no actual evidence. Because when y'all went to court, like I say, and they went and through Roswell on the stand, they only came up with $1,500.
Man,
What are we talking about?
Okay, that's enough for me right there. I've been exploding my brain beating. Oh, this shit just told me.
Native is going to have all kinds of sound effects that he's going to have to make. I don't understand. I don't understand what she just said. It doesn't make sense to me. We're talking about Roe v. Wade. We're talking about what happens on Law and Order. We're talking about everything but this man right here.
Damn. Damn.
Yeah. That's the thing.
What you blowing for? Major's wife said his brain did what? I mean,
match it up with your case. You know what I'm saying? If your case is similar.
Wait a minute.
And then they have to look
reverse. Are we playing Uno now? Come on.
Follow that co-defendant. Because that's the key right there, the co-defendant.
Is that, I'm trying to figure out, is that law if the co-defendant get involved, do the other co-defendant get the same treatment?
No, it's not necessarily. But the argument here is because you always argue and you align it with a case that's similar or close to what you know what I'm saying.
Yes, case law has passed in, not a case that at this particular time hadn't even been adjudicated. So why would they use her as an example or an argument? They use already existing cases that used already existing laws. Adjudication has already been done on those cases, so we know what the verdict is. That's why we're using it as an example to match our client. They don't go after people who are co-defendants and attached to the case. They just don't do that. And if she pleads and she's done, it was some kind of deal for him to for her to talk. I mean, we all know she's talking. So and has from the beginning, from what I understand. But he is so busy trying to figure out a way out of jail. Salty Buzzer says Wooten has heard all of these calls long before us. Superfly said her mouth is the reason why they wanted documents. Yes, she did. She talked her way into a subpoena. Justin's mom says, didn't he say he didn't want to talk about it anymore? Does she ever listen? Superfly said this is why them gas station lot lizards be acting all as no gas. What up though? Says, has anyone noticed he doesn't have that stupid laugh? He finally realized nothing is funny anymore. No, and I'm telling you, she's getting on his nerves. She is getting on his nerves. Love to shop says, night all, going back into the bushes to listen until I fall asleep. Got to get up early for church. Well, I appreciate you coming down in the chat, and come down anytime. We be on here for a minute, but we welcome everyone in the chat. Major's wife says the fact that she doesn't know that she was never a paralegal. Right. Virgo slow mo for the new sound. That dude 06 says, Legacy, you keep trying to make sense from a bird brain logic. You are going to make your mind bargle, as Nesto says. You're right. Have you just ever met somebody so stupid that I mean, and forget all that. Okay, let's just forget all that. I wouldn't notice how stupid she is if she didn't say this stupid stuff, considering she's supposedly a paralegal. She's comparing this to Roe v. Wade and Law and Order. I mean, come on. Petty Patty said Shirley told him to get rid of that stupid. Yeah, she says she'd be glad when he gets that under control. Yep. Okay, let's hear the
And
sound.
that helps your argument. That's why they always go Roe versus Wade. Da, 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 da. And where this is, match it up with your case. Where, you know what I'm saying? If your case is similar. And then they have to look at the argument. Like, yeah. And if you ever watch Law and Order, they do that shit all the time.
Law and
And then
Order.
the judge is like, oh, yeah, okay. You know, because then they were like, where the statute, this, that, and the other. And then they put this, that. And then they be like, all right.
Statue.
So it's the same scenario. Because what he's arguing is for your bond. And the thing of it is that he yelled at a female.
Oh my gosh, go back to bed.
All these cases, actually more cases than, his client. And he's telling the railroad now to try to put all this with no actual evidence. Because when y'all went to court, like I say, and they went and threw Roswell on the stand, they only came up with $1,500.
Man,
What are we talking about?
Okay, that's enough for you right there. I've been exploding my brain being all this shit she done told me. Damn.
Bleep boop boop boop. Bleep boop boop boop. Salty Butter said, I'm gonna call and check on that baby on Monday. Sweet Peasy said, just listening. Attitude and Tylenol says, hey everyone, we are lacking on likes. 203 people, 109 likes. Yes, please make the likes like. Hit that button. Tony says Sonya is a phenomenal woman. Major's wife says Sonya swears she's an investigator, an attorney, a real estate tycoon. So many things. We just can't keep up.
Yeah. That's the thing. You gotta follow your face. Because if they took all of that other bullshit off that the prosecutor is so faithful to trying to put on you, and we just looking at this little stuff that you indicted on, this shit would be done. It's all that pending shit in the complaint room that's hurting you. I'm sure. Yeah.
I want to know. Okay, I got a request again to do it again. We'll go right here. Let me see.
All of that other bullshit off.
Is that it? No. Okay, here it is. Let me get it set up. Where do I? Okay.
Damn.
Yeah. Because if they took all of that other bullshit off that prosecutor so faithful to trying to put on you. And you just looking at the little stuff that you indicted on, this shit would be done. It's all that pending shit in the complaint room that's crazy on the show. Yeah,
Right.
you know.
Yeah.
So they always try to say people, you know. She said,
I don't think I went back
and
far
his
enough.
own. Like, okay,
Let me see if he
so
says it after
first of
this.
all, let's be clear. Back in 1992,
I don't think
I
I went back far enough. I'll get it when we get to the end. I'll do that.
took a plea. I didn't do the
You know,
shit. I took a plea.
even if it's medical condition, I'm trying to figure that got to be medical because some folks that like that shit though. That ain't making no sense to me.
That she has a
Depends if they
It's
ran
not making no sense to him that she has a medical condition, but we're supposed to believe your kidneys are about to fall out.
her, but they should have. If they ran her complete record, and they know was shit. What?
That's what they do. Even the judge has the complete record of the defendant in front of him. I don't understand why she doesn't know that. Crafted up with Tay. Hey, says hello, Legacy Moon mods and chat. I'm late as well, but no matter what part you come in on, it's the same BS with Sonya. You are absolutely right. Tony said, "Is Sonya smoking the ganja?" Well, put it this way, if somebody said it, I might would believe them because I don't understand what's going on here. She comparing his case to Roe v. Wade and Law and Order. Give me, yeah, use Erica's case as an example of why you should be out. No, he needs to use a case that already exists that's been adjudicated. Gosh.
This chick does identity theft like a lot. So if you're working with somebody that do identity theft, what's the trust in a person not being able to escape somewhere and come up with it? She already got where she was the case in Florida. She never was physically arrested. They just You have 1 minute remaining.
Well, what about his case in Arizona? What about his case in California? Does she not know about these things? I just don't understand. I don't understand. Them folks says it's because that hoe is stupid and she's not a real lawyer. D-Dub says the algorithm rhythm recommended first visit 11/17/22. They were giddy about each other back then. The vibe has definitely changed. Yeah, we have to go back. We might go back and listen to that, depending on when we get done with this. But yeah, to see just how it's changed. And even as far as comparing it to what we're seeing now on these tablet visits. Say Jay said right, Erica came in with medications and everything, but Nesto and Boney seem to think just saying his kidneys are bad is good enough. Your kidneys are bad, you've not been on dialysis, you're still alive. I mean, has there ever been a day that you just could not get up out of bed because your kidneys was hurting real bad? I mean, I don't know. Have I ever had kidney stones before? I don't think I have, but I've had enough UTIs to know that that is some pain that you just don't want. So if that feels that way, I can just imagine how your kidneys feel. If you really have problems. CJ says, like the one judge said, you should have been thinking about your kidneys when you were out there scamming. Yeah, sure did. Um, Bevy C says, so poor, innocent Nesto was duped by the slick, deceitful woman. Yeah, right. Joseph Buller said, whoever talks first gets a sweetheart deal. Nesto is too late. Yes, he's too late because I think he thought he was going to squirm out of this like he's managed to squirm out of his other things. And like I said, if he was just so into not knowing Erica wasn't really a lawyer, he would have questioned why she was sitting on Zoom saying that her name was April Holloway. And then when you want her number out your phone because you've been arrested, you don't say, "Let me call my lawyer. I want the number from my lawyer, April Holloway." No, he says, "I want the number for my wife and my lawyer, Erica King." This is what he said. Um, Major's wife says Sonya has convinced herself that Nesto didn't know Erica wasn't a real attorney. She is delusional and thinks he is a victim. Like Kevin Majeski said, these people they built a law firm. And when he was saying built a law firm, I just thought he was referring to Erica posing as a lawyer, and Lamont posing as Josh Jones, the Esquire from Jones and Jones. I thought that was that's what Kevin Majeski was talking about, but apparently no. Like I said, the further we go, the more we know, because we now know they were literally building a website with this fake law firm. What they were going to do with it, I don't know, but yeah. I don't know. Did I read Sweet Peasy's comment? If I didn't, I think it's good to read again because it's so true. Sweet Peasy says, I think Sonya really believes him because she obviously has not checked his record. I don't know if she did or didn't, but if she did, she would be able to explain all of the crimes away. I'm just saying. That dude, 06 said, Nesto's kidneys were working just fine. Kidney Punch Ken makes him feel them every time. Right. He got some good old kidneys. Linda says, I have kidney stones before and it's that's what I heard. I heard it's very painful. Hey, Damachi, the RN, how are you doing? And Say said, my sister passed away from renal failure. I have been pissed every time they tried to say this, saying your kidneys are bad was so disrespectful. Yes. And you don't want, I mean, you keep on trying to claim something that's not wrong with you and see what happens. Just keep on doing that, man of God.
Okay,
2020, and they just put a warrant out for her, so she's never been a court of that. And her bond $1,500.
Oh, that mean they gotta go get her then.
If they want, she home for a while. I think they want her. All right, I love y'all. See you too. I thought I did.
Okay. All right, love you. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
You open your hair shop up yet?
No, I'm cooking, but I'm about to do her hair shortly. How are you, Lou?
Good. You
Yeah, I'm
good.
cooking. I could yesterday, didn't I? I'm cooking. I'm making the pasta. That pasta I gave you, but you don't remember. What's that pasta you don't remember? Miles and the kids like it.
I'm going to start counting and writing down the dates of the calls where pasta is concerned. Because my goodness, I know we joke and say Alfredo. She only knows how to make Alfredo. But the reason why we joke and say that is because all we ever heard was Alfredo, Alfredo, Alfredo. And that's the sauce, not a person. Or maybe, that's something to consider. But anyway, so this is what we hear from her. And how is Mickey Howard going to hire this woman to cook in her restaurant and all she knows is Alfredo? I don't see it happening.
Oh, I'm making that.
Oh, they didn't like the chicken food? The chicken you cooked yesterday?
I only made enough of tomorrow yesterday. I didn't make a lot for that because he's the only one that requested it. So I only bought enough for him.
Oh, okay.
So I didn't do a lot. Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you for my visitors today that uplift me, calm me down.
Good.
Yeah, to calm me down. And I got to
Think you feel better?
What is wrong with Shay? What is wrong with her? Hey, 7 more tweet. CJ said, CJ, my deepest condolences to you. 7 more tweets said, Lord, not pasta again. Major's wife said she fed the baby 2-day-old hibachi the other day. Really? I didn't even know you got leftovers from hibachi. Are you talking about like an actual hibachi where they cook the food right in front of you, or one of those stands in the mall? Either way, I mean, my mom, she would order a Chinese food. She would get the pork fried white rice and wings, and she would get the spare rib tips. Whatever she did not finish that day, she would not eat. She would not eat second day Chinese food. Now I will, but she wouldn't. Um, Justin, I mean, Jackson Tabasco said people better stop speaking things on themselves. That tongue holds power. Exactly. Them folks said I forgot about the Mickey Howard episode. Joseph Bullard said that's why the bitch can't gain no weight. The broad can't make a pitcher of Kool-Aid. Hey Mons, how are you doing? She says all she knows is pasta. Native is chilling tonight. Justin's mom said, "Did Shay do that?" Yeah, Shay did it. It ain't me. It's Shay. It is. Tony says, "I'm drinking, so ignore me." I thought everybody drank when they listened to her. Oh no, my bad. Major's wife said it was probably Panda Express or Quick Way. Oh my gosh. What Up Though says she bought rice to go. Salty Buzzer said not even authentic Alfredo. She used the jar. Well, if she used the jar, okay, you said with water to clean it out there. Well, I will do that because like I take spaghetti sauce that's already made and then I kind of like remake it, and sometimes I do like put a little bit of water in it. But did she use, like when I say a little bit, I mean like maybe a fourth of it, and I shake it up to get whatever's left. So did she like dump the Alfredo in the pan or the pot and fill the jar up completely with water? Because I just can't make sense of that. I cannot make sense of why that Alfredo was so watery. Hey, Trish Ann, she says Sonya was going to be in charge of boiling water only at Mickey Howard's restaurant. Well, that's considering that's all she has to do, all she knows how to do. Now, my Tai says milk. What are you talking about? Does she put milk in it too? Because that surely will give her the runs. That dude said Thomas requested pasta every day. Everybody else requests Uber Eats. Oh my gosh, Beauty is her name, says coming to the stage near you. Let's see, who do we have? Coming to a stage near you, summer 2025. Oh, the places Nesto can't go, the foods he can't eat, the single. Okay, I'm ready for that. Muffin 218 said, did you notice that she put in the only one piece of chicken in the Alfredo? Really? Oh my gosh. Yeah, I do spaghetti. Yeah, not Alfredo. But I've made something using Alfredo sauce one time. And I don't think that I even, because I thought the point was for it to be thick. So I just, Tony said Marie Calendar. Yes, this is Shay's doing, not mine. Let's go back.
You don't remember. Well, that coffee you don't remember. Miles and the kids like it, so I'm making that.
Oh, they didn't like the chicken food? The chicken you cooked yesterday?
I only made enough of tomorrow yesterday. I didn't make a lot, but because he's the only one that requested it, so I only bought enough for him.
Oh, okay.
So I didn't do a lot. Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you for my visitors today that uplift me, calm me down.
Good.
Yeah, calm me down. And I got to look.
Think you feel better?
Yeah. So,
Oh, I think it's a good thing.
okay.
That's all. Can't be nothing but a good thing.
Yeah.
Fair is fair. What's fair is fair? Fair is fair.
Fair.
Right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I just
Fair is
don't
fair.
know why they did it, though. That's what I'm trying to figure that part out. I need to start trying to figure that out, too. If you can, yeah, could you email him and ask him if he's going to come see me for
No.
vacation this week?
Oh, okay. Okay, I'll try. If you want to see it. Close that for me, sit. Please. Whatever your name is. Whatever your name is, we'll go. Is there a garbage bag in that garbage?
How's that
You
open?
talking to me?
Still holding up? Is it still holding up on you?
Yeah, it did. I didn't have to go.
Okay.
Is there a bag in the garbage can? It was nasty, though.
I know, isn't it?
It was nasty. It was all gritty and
Okay, so Joseph Bullard says all she's doing with that Alfredo is making a homemade laxative. Okay, Joseph Bullard. I want to know, why does it have to be a homemade laxative? Petty Patty said Alfredo soup. That's exactly what it is. I was like, Alfredo, what? God, dog. Oh,
in my mouth. Ugh.
Okay. Well,
But I did. I thought about you and I ate it.
okay. Well,
what?
you know what? You know what to say, don't you? You sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You say you gonna
I
school me.
got game. Right. I got game.
You got it now. You got it. You got
I
it.
got that. I got that tongue, man. Yeah, I thought about you and I was like, oh, let me go ahead and eat this nasty shit.
Now you thought
Crap. But you know what I did? I bought some cinnamon cream cheese little bite-sized muffins to eat with it. So I ate it like it was bread and soup. So I would bite the oatmeal and then bite the muffin, so it wouldn't taste. I would really taste the muffin.
Either you were eating a muffin or you were eating cinnamon cream cheese or both. That just sounds like something was missed, because there's no such thing as a cinnamon cream cheese muffin if or unless you put the cream cheese in. So I'm not sure. Okay. Mons is just sick. Donnell, hi, how are you doing? Major's wife said, in other words, he's saying she's a liar. Oh my gosh.
It just tastes like I wouldn't taste really good oatmeal. So it just tastes like a muffin with oats in it.
Wait, what? Okay, y'all, I got a super chat from Jackson Tabasco. Why she is throwing tomatoes at me, I don't know. But thank you so much, Jackson Tabasco, and thank you for supporting the platform. Oh, how did my phone get turned up? Oh gosh. Beauty is her name said, here's, you know what I find, Beauty is her name. If you have to question it, you know it happened. She said, did she just say she thought of him and her tongue game while eating that nasty ass shit? Yes, she did. Yes, she did. My Chai said this bitch can't cook. She can't paralegal. She can't run. Shut up. She obviously has a weak X game. And we know she does because he told her. Because Nesto wasn't running back. What can she do? I would have been done with that Negro when he turned his head when I tried to kiss him. That would have told me something right there. D-Dub said she could have just had a brand muffin and been done. Jackson Tabasco, thank you so much for the super chat. That's for the tooth fund. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. For all of y'all that don't know, I've got a tooth fund because I want to get my teeth done by, I don't know, within the next 2 months, I guess, because they think that will help my migraines, and I'm just willing to do anything at this point. Justin's mom said they are talking too fast. Really, because I do have the speed up, but it's not that, I don't have it that fast. Let me put it back down and see what happens. Um, did I do? Yeah, I did that. Thank you so much, Jackson Tabasco, for supporting the platform. Ugh, for supporting the platform. And thank you for being a marvelous moonlight mod. There, I got it all out. My Chai says she can't shut up. B. Ann says Sonya doesn't like healthy food. Like, I've never heard her mention the word salad. Salty Buzzer said the muffins have cream cheese in the center. Okay. All right. Okay, I get it. You have to check with
Okay.
her.
That's how they would eat it.
Okay. Well, so how long is the 8 hours?
Had to finesse it. What time was that? Okay, I'll meet you upstairs. Let me wash these dishes. Oh my God, what time was that? It was like
My Ty, yes, I do go back to that kiss because I can't imagine how devastated I would be if I went to kiss a man and he turned his head. I could never, I mean, I couldn't look at him again because what? Especially you just slept with me and we can't kiss? Mm-mm. Rossi, Rossi getting ready to get settled in. She's got mom settled and she get ready to settle in and listen to this mess uh without I said interruptions. Justin's mom said I might just be listening to slow legacy. You- Oh, you're just listening to slow legacy. So keep it like it is. Crafted up with taste says Sonya doesn't have a conscience nor shame. I would truly be embarrassed. I know this is just.
11, 10, 10, 30, 11. And I was watching one of those old Kevin Samuels video, right? Like I never watched him when he was alive, right? So I was like, let me just watch him because, dudes just be all just praising him and all of this chit chat and other and stuff. And some stuff that I glanced at, he was like on point. So I was watching two of the videos. I just think he hated women. Because it don't matter. Some of them, Kevin Samuels,
I don't remember.
the guy who always was online talking about you want a good man, but you're an ugly woman. That dude with the glasses.
The girl.
The one that died.
Yeah, the one touching Viagra.
Died at home after he took a chick home from the club.
Okay.
And the guy died. Yeah.
I have never heard that this is my first time hearing about this Viagra. I just heard the man had a heart attack. Never heard Viagra before. I could be wrong, but I never heard it before. Salty Buzzer said that stank back up sewage breath. Donnell said, I don't think cream cheese and oat bran or oatmeal is good for her bowel situation. Shay B said, at Tony, can you please bring 3 glasses of wine to the chat? Love to shop. Thank you so much for the super chat. She says you have a tooth fund. Okay, yeah, I do. And they said that they it will reduce my migraines. Like I said, I will try anything. Nesto Shackle Shuffle Walk of Shame says the Alfredo sauce is what Sonya uses to make her sourpuss slippery because Nesto said it was dry. He sure did. He sure did. She deceives her clients like she has a Milky Way. Is that until they get up in her and find out she doesn't? Muffin 218 says, why does she care? She doesn't like women either. Them folks said in a rented place with a random woman he just met. Bien said oatmeal and avocados will help her digestive. She eats everything that torments her gut. Seems to me that she would be on some sort of special diet to help her, you know, just retain. And she would be also, I don't know, there's all kinds of different like protein things besides Ensure. There are other things that you can do. And I don't think she does all of the things that she can do.
So I was watching one of his videos. Can you got paper towels? I don't see any. I should go turn more. Anyway, okay, bet. Yeah, so he was just, okay, so Grant is a girl.
Hey, call me on Keisha's phone is here. Lovejoy is here. Hey, call me on Keisha's phone said maybe I should cut back on my energy drinks and Viagra intake. Okay, call me on Keisha's phone. Beauty is her name, says she won't go to the doctor or follow protocols. No. Joseph Bullard said, that cat is wore out from the truck stop. The Flying J's, that's why it's dry. Oh my gosh. Baba Lady says she eats trash for her condition. She does. She does.
Was hideous. She was 5'4", 3 kids, and 230 pounds. What the fuck? She's fat.
Okay.
She's fat.
Wait,
The
wait,
object
wait.
was.
I'm sorry, y'all. What? Let me see something. I hope did I miss a super chat? I see. Oh, I see what happened. I see what happened. Well, apparently I have met my goal already. But I see what I did. But nevertheless, I am happy. So let's do this right quick and then we will get right back in to this call. Where is it? Where is my music? Jackson Tabasco, I'm still working on this music. I'm still working on it. Where is my music? Where is it? Wow. Why can't I find it? This has caught me off guard. I know it should be up here somewhere. Here we go. Jackson Tabasco gonna leave me alone about my music. Oh my goodness. Major's wife said her new nickname, y'all ready, is Rot Gut. Oh my gosh. Beauty as her name says, I feel like a margarita is in order. Yes, yes. We'll get back into this call. Oh, and thank you so much. I got a Cash App. So thank you so much. I appreciate it. I don't call out the Cash App, the name on the Cash App, because people might not want their names out there. So, but thank you very much. I did just get your Cash App.
She's a bit talkative, is what she was. She's a bit talkative, but she made over $100,000. She said she didn't care what the guy made, as long as he could take care of himself. You know, you don't have to be rich. She said she's not materialistic. She's on his material things and possessions. She's a minimalist. You know, which is cool. But then he was just looking like he was just exhausted with her within 5 minutes of her talking. I was like, okay, she's 52. Okay. Like some other block. No, I'm not about to train. I'm like.
It seems like a lot of people followed him, right?
A lot of guys loved him because he would just roast females immediately, like with no filter. He would just be so harsh, and that's that one reason why a lot of females didn't like him. Because even though some of them women was out of their mind with the request that they wanted, these guys was like, "I want a rich man," and he was like, "Okay, what you bring to the table?" And she was like, "Okay, I got 3 kids, got 3 daddies. I work out with Walmart," and he'd be like, "Okay, so you ain't even worth it."
Okay, so where was he getting his interview from?
On his little podcast thing. They would call him in. He had his little podcast show that he, started, and then they would call him, and then he would just honestly, he did that. I want to say for 2 years. I don't know if it was longer than that, but I think about 2 years.
Okay, so so that's our podcast. People will follow.
You're cute.
Man, go ahead on with that. There you go with that shit. There you go.
Okay. All right. I don't normally get into the looks department like that, but I don't know. Did y'all think? What did y'all think about Kevin Samuels? Tell me, because I'm not saying he was ugly, but she's acting like he was fine, and I just don't see it. My tie has some barfing emojis in the chat. Donnell says this. Oh, emaciated turkey wing would like Kevin Samuels. Yeah, apparently so. Yeah, Sonya, she has some nerve. She truly does. Shirley's divorce finally is here. Hey, Shirley's divorce finally. How are you doing? Petty Patty says she was going so fast, and so did that comment. She was going so fast, I didn't understand. Them folks said Kevin was average at best. What Up Though said he was regular. Hey, Eve has many faces. Little Lady Di says she thinks nasty is fine. Yeah, you're right about that. So we can't go by what she says. So Salty Butter said exactly what is Sonia's worth. SSDI check and a closet full of foil. Not foil. He did dress nice. I'll give him that. And I thought his glasses were cute, but I'm not like, oh, like about to fall over him.
I'm trying to
I'm
make.
sorry.
But okay, so
You would though. You know what? You could do that. You could do that. You could do a podcast because your life is very interesting. You would have a lot of advice to give to people. You could give a lot of advice to keep to sons. I mean, every show would be different, but you could actually do that.
okay, so why
And
does the black man got podcast or do they?
mhm.
Are people get paid off that? Is people get paid off of that?
Yeah, you can get paid. You can sponsor, and they sponsor.
First, he says black people. Honestly, for this man to have been able to allegedly help someone grow their business through Instagram, he knows nothing about the internet and how it works. And neither does she. Yes, you can have a podcast and you could get sponsors, but you have to start the podcast to get the sponsors. She says he would be good because he has an interesting life. When, where, and how. This is interesting because we got him behind bars, backpedaling and pussy popping anytime he can. And then we've got your behind. So that's what makes this interesting. But say, for example, if he's somehow found not guilty or given a reduced sentence and is out on the street. Who wants to hear from this man? I know I don't. I see how much of a liar and a con man he is for free right here on YouTube. I would not sit up and listen to this man live in the free world with his podcast telling lies. I just wouldn't do it. CJ said Kevin Samuels was a scrub in high school and college who had no game. He used the same 5'7" pictures over to fake his success. Ugh, nothing to look at twice. And I heard that was not his apartment. That apartment was in somebody else's name. It wasn't even his apartment. Natasha Razor Glam says Kevin Samuels would tell Sonya she hit the wall and then it fell on her. Yes, she's not what he would pick. I can tell you that. Major's wife said advice about what? Oh, for heaven's sakes. Here we go with Shay B and her delusionlessness. I'm trying to make up a word, y'all. Shay B said he wasn't Joseph Jackson fine. Believe that. Okay, Shay B. Okay. Our revive says Samuel was feminine to me. Oh, wow. You think so? I kind of side eye a few things. I really did. Unbothered Silence says, I think Kevin looks better now. It's just my opinion. And D-Dub said Nesto would have to have a translator to do a pocket. Yeah, like who is going to know what this man's saying? Shirley's divorce finally said he didn't know nothing but how to scam. That's it. That's all. Snowbird said Nesto is a broke bum in jail. What kind of advice is he going to give? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. They said unbothered science needs to go to the moon. That was funny though, Jackson Tabasco.
Like they do like commercials. You get a YouTube channel. YouTube will pay you for your views. Put your podcast on YouTube.
Okay, so
You could do that.
why everybody's not making money off that shit?
Not everybody can do everything. There's a lot of simple things a person can do for money, but not everybody's built to do it.
Oh, okay. So what makes you think I can make that happen?
Because you're cute.
What is so? Let me explain some to you.
People love good looking situations.
Okay, what's the word?
That's your listen. That's your okay, but yeah, but there's not a lot of fine older gentlemen. You've got a lot of cute young guys like athletes and shit, but older gentlemen, not that. Man, I can't even think it. He's hot and cold. People like old and hot.
Oh my goodness, you're funny.
I don't know what she's been sipping on, but stop it. Just stop it. Hey, cross country cruise her. Now, loves to shop said true story. A couple of years after my husband died, I went on a date and the dude wanted me to watch Kevin Samuels videos. I asked him to take me home. And rightfully so. I don't think that I would have, yeah. Donnell says, why does Nesto think he can help anyone? Help him do what? Scam? Make a good duplicate document? I mean, I'm not quite sure. My Ty says, I agree with unbothered silence. And Bada Lady said, ain't shit cute about that spit spraying, laughing hyena. Okay. Shaby, we are not haters. Trust me, we are not haters. It's just something wrong with you. That's all.
They do. Oh my God. Some people be loving oatmeal, but you know, and a lot of them. Oh, that would be perfect because it ain't like, oh, you were winning that. Who would your competition be?
I don't know. I'm asking you, Coach. Put me in,
You wouldn't
Coach.
have any. Actually, wow.
Put me in,
You wouldn't
coach.
even have any.
Okay,
In my
cool.
mind, I can't think of a, because Joe Budden got one, but he's not older guy. He's an asshole. Everybody hates him. And then he came out bisexual. Joe Budden, the rapper. Remember Joe Budden, the rapper?
It's been a long time though.
Man, he came.
He's bisexual. He came out bisexual. I didn't know that. Nesto Shackle Shuffle Walk of Shame said Nesto and Sonya just want to be able to say, I told you so. They want a platform just to clap back at us. Yes, and it's not going to happen. Joseph Bullard said anything but get a real job. Yeah, she's not encouraging you. I mean, that's what this is. Okay, this is your boo. You expect him to be found not guilty. Like, what is he going to do? Podcasts take work, and I don't see him. He's into fast money. It takes a while. You don't just walk into it and you're making fast money. So I can't see him having the patience to do what he needs to do to start a podcast. And who would listen? Pen Pal 50 is just cracking up at the word coach.
Came out gay.
Damn.
Mom said some stupid shit out of his mouth. Everybody was like, you got rubber bands?
Hey, what
Yeah, because better vote.
what happened to Bentley Farnsworth? What happened to him? You remember him, the one
He got married. He got married, and I think he's either behind the scenes or he's just at home doing something different. I don't know. I haven't seen him lately.
You know, I don't know, Peekaboo, why she is bringing Joe Budden into this mess, but I never heard that before. Now, just because I never heard it doesn't mean it wasn't said, but I just never heard that before. And I would think if Joe Budden was bisexual, I would. But isn't he the one, or is that other short guy? What's his name? I can't think of his name. It seems like either Joe Budden or that other guy blamed Africa Bombada, Rock to the Planet Rock, of doing some things that he shouldn't have been doing to little boys. What is that guy's name? DJ Academics. For some reason, I'm thinking that was Joe Budden or DJ Academics. Joseph Bullard said she's lying. Dude never said that. Okay. Natasha Razor Glam said Nesto couldn't get a podcast, and he and Sonya, he had Steve Harvey and Shirley Strawberry behind him. Yeah, I just don't see it. Victor the Veil said Nesto has to be dyslexic. He flip flop words like nobody's business. I just think he's ignorant. Leo Lady says he can pick oranges, like she said. Yes. So he is bi. Wow, I had not heard that. And here we go. These two, they stay keeping themselves concerned with other people's sexuality. I don't understand that. I just do not understand that. Well, yes, I do. Yeah, I get it now. I get it.
Okay. Damn. A lot of folks who fell off. Okay. Go ahead. I'll call you later.
No, you call me back.
Wow. So Joe Budden said, wow. Okay. I'm surprised Joe Budden said that. He said he was bisexual. Look, let me tell you something. Natasha Razor Glam said Joe Budden said he was bisexual about 4 years ago. If you're bisexual, you're bisexual. I just don't see it wearing off. I mean, I guess you can make different choices, but I mean, if that's what you like, that's what you like, and I don't see it going anywhere. But yeah, no. Loves to shop said at Say the dude kept referring to himself as a high value man. Nika lived in a rented house and drove an old BMW. Your date, yeah. Yeah, it's amazing those guys who try to use that game and they ain't nothing but game. Shirley's divorce finally said she's always in somebody's business except her own. Yep.
What time is it? 6:30. 5:30. 5:30.
I'll call you when you're
Call me
ready.
at 8:30. I don't know.
You say
I
8:39?
can know about 8:30. Yeah, right. I'm just gonna do her here. Feed the kids. I got the sausages in the oven, and then I'm out. You know, I do
Okay, you say you're
hair, cook, leave.
gonna text your investigator?
So I'm gonna call him. I'm gonna hang up with you and call him now. I'm just call you now
Okay, bye.
and ask him to do it. Okay.
Okay, bye.
Love you. Bye.
Wait a minute. Hold on. So, wait. First of all, hey, Miss Mad About Music. You heard that but didn't know he said it. Say J said, when I heard Joe Budden talk about giving his dog a release, I couldn't look at him the same way. But you break the fan. You know, I don't have my fan out here. How could I do this? I'm gonna leave it out here. I'm gonna start leaving it out here. So wait a minute. Gosh, I know this is off topic, but sometimes, like, did he mean he gave his dog an enema or something? You know, because he was backed up. Because I mean that does happen. I thought you usually took him to the vet, but I mean, I guess you could do it at home. Because is that what you meant? Because I don't know that. Joseph Bullard said he said it as a joke to get on the good side of the LGBTQ, but the joke fell flat and was not receivable by the community. I could believe that. Shirley's divorce finally. Yes, she has an investigator, her own personal investigator. What month is this? Because it's probably Sylvia. Who knows? Vic to the veil, you said no, he literally meant satisfy. Are you serious? This man says this and he's walking around free? Uh-uh. Yes, my Ty says, does Joe Budden need to be on the same list as Nesto? I'm telling you, because this is just, ooh. Hey, call me on Keisha's phone, said OMG, it's 2025. Who hasn't given their doggy a reach around? Don't scare me like that. Call me on Keisha's phone. Leela, not Layla, said he jacked off. He jacked the dog off. That, oh my gosh. Ew.
What you got?
Huh?
You at the crib?
Yeah, I'm home. I've been home since around 8:30.
Oh,
How are
okay.
you?
Good, good. Tell me.
I just looked at the time and was like, oh my God, he did not call me.
Who? No. Oh, no. Take me a quick nap. Get my thoughts together. Like,
What are your thoughts?
no, it's good. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. That's a good thing. Yeah. So you talked back to my brother yesterday?
He called me back to find out what it was
Hey, what?
you were talking about.
Oops.
He called back for that.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah. I talked to my guy, got some information, so he said he had it for me tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much. Okay, cool. So that's
Yeah.
that's a good thing. Everything working like it need to.
Well, you need to know, your lawyer needs to see everything so he can argue, you know? Because I can see everything. There's some stuff I didn't know nothing about Florida because you said she was born and raised Georgia. And then you kept saying Florida, and I'm like, right. I'm like, okay, maybe she is worldly. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Wow. Okay. Okay. Well, let him know that I need to see him before they go on vacation.
Well, he can see it on vacation. His phone is with him.
No, I'm talking about see me. That's what I'm talking about.
Right.
Yeah, I need to see them before they leave.
Why would someone going on vacation take their work phone with them? You would only have a for emergency number. This goes to show you she don't take she's not used to vacations and things like that. She's not used to nice things or being treated in a nice way. Because I'll be daggone. that you are taking your phone on vacation. Yeah, I expect you to have it in case of emergencies, but you are not going to have your work phone with you while we somewhere chilling, somewhere drinking margaritas by the beach or the pool or something. And you got to you got to answer the phone to talk to some scrub who wants to ask you the same questions over and over again. I think not. Major's wife says, is the brother Lamont Luther Esquire? Yes, the brother slash Lamont is Josh Jones of Jones and Jones law firm. Victor the Veil said Nesto should have stopped her from talking around this time. Yeah, he should have. People, Shabby said, huh? People whack off their dogs. I can see, because I think like D-Dub said, if he was a breeder, that would be one thing, but if it was just like a typical him just doing it, mm-mm. Peekaboo said at D-Dub, I thought he was breeding the dog. Donnell says she's lying. She's trying to act important. And Joseph Bullard said she can't go anywhere financing Nesto's operation.
All right.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier.
I don't know what date.
No, they're leaving next week. They might be going now, because that's what the note said. From the 10th to 29th.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
What?
he's still gonna see stuff. I'm eating on chips.
Oh, okay. No, I'm talking about come see me. That's what I'm talking
I know.
Yeah. So I can get a clear understanding of what's going on here.
We didn't know the strategy.
Yes, you're funny. yeah. So I guess that just made my brother super excited after you talked to him
No.
last night, huh?
He tried in front of Vanilla. I think his feelings got hurt earlier. Yeah.
Oh. No, I'm talking about when she told him what you found out. That's what I'm talking about.
I didn't tell him everything. I just said she was gone.
Oh, okay.
I was looking up stuff when he was talking to me to find out all the other stuff. He didn't know.
Oh.
He didn't know she was free.
Okay.
All right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Once again, why does it matter? See, she's focusing on the wrong thing. She can't be sitting up focusing is up here in this trying to get out. He don't have time for this. He is trying to get out. He is looking for those doors to open any minute now. He's tired of being there. It ain't working out for him. It's just not. Nesto Shackle Shuffle Walk of Shame says Sonya is a bitch. She sure is. That's always in heat. People can just bring their dogs to meet Sonya. I think Sonya is a mutt that was bred with a Doberman pinscher. Whoo, child. It's a good thing you already on the moon. Leo Lady said Lamont will make her pay instead of the other way around. I believe that. I Revive says we can't get a clear understanding of anything this man says. Say Jay says I'm going to sleep. Night night. See you in the afternoon. Listen, tomorrow afternoon. Native does his strawberry sundae, as everyone knows, at 1:30. He will not be doing that at 1:30. Instead, I will be on at 1:30. And we will be doing our bonnets and bad weaves series. So Native will be on. Now, I usually come on at 10 on Sundays. Native will probably be on before then. But just know that instead of going over there, you guys can come over here. So I just wanted to say that before I forgot. So yes, good night, Say Jay, and have a good day tomorrow. Salty Buzzard said them doors will be open when the wheels uh, are out on the casket. Let me see. Okay.
Talking about, yeah.
No, I don't know about that shit.
No, that don't even sign up. That don't even, it ain't.
Breathe.
Yeah.
Breathe.
Yeah. It's coming on down now. Okay.
It's trying to come to a head at this point.
Yeah, it
I
is.
mean, Gotcha.
Shit. So he said he gonna check it out and have it ready for you in the morning. Tomorrow.
No. What? What?
I'm talking about.
Oh, Juno.
Yeah.
Juno. Mm-hmm. She ain't gonna have it for me tomorrow.
Oh, okay. So he'll know what the real deal is.
Yeah, because he's a private investigator. That's what he does.
Oh, how many
Yeah,
cars?
he's a client slash private investigator. That's what he does. Natasha Razor Glam says, I think Sonia and Lamont had some nasty boom boom together. Lamont is the only person she doesn't talk bad about. And now that you bring that up, you are right. I don't recall her saying anything like out of pocket or bad about Lamont. Shirley's divorce finally says, I think she kind of sweet on Lamont. He was sending her pictures. Yes, nasty pictures. Nasty pictures. That sound like something Nesta would be in possession of. It makes you wonder, doesn't it?
For him in. I need to keep him on board.
Right. That's why he wants to give me that money. He wants to give me that 20,000.
Huh?
He wants to give me 20,000 for a pizzeria. Come on, 20,000 enough. His son is a cop.
Here we go. Here we go. Leo Lady is going to be out running them streets again. She says, I am going to bed, have an early mobile bus trip to Nofar St. Patrick's Day at Legacy. One more with the fan. I gotta bring. I'm gonna remember to have my fan out here for tomorrow. But have a safe trip, Leo Lady, and a good night's rest, Leo Lady, out there partying, cutting a rug, state by state by state. Y'all hear that? Here I am stuck. Lovejoy says, that is true now that I think about it. She doesn't say anything bad about Lamont. No, she does not.
In Georgia. His son is a cop.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay then. All right.
Interesting people. I'm going to get it together. I'm going to call my I need a favor for you. He's like, all right, whatever you need. I need to run some name. I said, I'm helping. I'm assisting an attorney down here with this case. We got to figure out what's wrong with the co-defendant. He's over.
Well,
He'll be going back to the Brown. He don't really say stuff like.
Doesn't she think that the investigators investigated? You know, she's always talking about all of the things that she saw on Law and Order. Did she not see the part where Briscoe and what was his name? Briscoe and Green. Then we had Briscoe and whatever that other guy played, and then we had Briscoe and the original guy that was no, we didn't even have Briscoe. We had the other guy and the other guy who got shot. Then that's when Briscoe came in. You know, we all these people come in, and that's what they do. They get all of the investigations done, and then once they're done, they make their arrests, and then Jack McCoy sends them to jail. So she's not paying attention. Joseph Bullard said, in my SpongeBob voice, over 700 days later. Right. Okay, Leo Lady. Once again, have some fun. Have enough fun for the rest of us. Tamara said, but didn't Charleston White say that they were preparing him to take Kevin Samuel's place? That is what he said, but I mean, really, think about it. We are talking about Charleston. I don't see it. Now, I did not know, like my first time, I had heard about him, but didn't really know who he was. My first time was when he did that interview with whoever he did it with. Can you see him replacing Kevin Samuels? If he believed that lie, you know, hey, I guess he got taken advantage of, because that was wrong. That was just wrong. Yes, Law and Order. She could have watched Benson and Stabler and what's his name? What's his name? Olaf Tuturola with whoever Ice Cube. I mean Ice T plays. You know, to get an idea. Investigation first, prosecution next. Now that they have handed this case of Nesto's over to the prosecution and come up with a 39 count RICO, that should tell you that it don't matter what's going on in the movement of Erica's case. It doesn't matter. And any attorney who wants to focus on Erica and not me, I'm firing. That's just the way it is. Danielle said, who are all these imaginary people that want to give Nesto to an SSI recipient and that has never had a successful career? I think these are Olafin Tutarola. That's what it is. Olafin Tutarola. Got it. Got it. Pen Pal 50 said my first time hearing about Kevin Samuels is when he died. Yeah, the people watched him, but I mean, Lovejoy said, period. Vic to the Veil said she should have been watching For My Man instead. Yeah, she should have. She should have. Major's wife said, now y'all know Nesto got 10 good players behind him. Basketball players, football player. You can sit here and make you some good deals right here.
Listen, babe.
What's your eat, chips?
Chips and salsa. But the salsa is mango habanero. And you know, making habanero
Don't that
is
shit go
hot.
straight to you?
You don't know. Don't say that.
I'm asking you.
He said, don't that shit go straight. That cracked me up. I heard that. Salty Buzzard is going to take her own break with her own fan because she's sick of listening to this heifer. Tam Tam says, why does she always reference TV shows when she talks about law, and how come Ernest didn't pick up on that? I don't know, because we sure did. We sure did.
But Dan, I mean, you've been doing good today, and I'm proud of you. You've been doing
Right.
good today.
I ate the pasta that I made, and I left that for the kids. And then I made like two. I made two things up, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then so they're good for 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had did her hair. I'm good. I have to go over there. Oh, Kitty's coming over tomorrow, but she wanted me to braid her hair.
Okay.
You called me.
Okay.
Like, are you still at my house? And I'm like, nope. Oh, my pillows came today. My pillowcases. I didn't think they were going to come because it said July. But they came today, and they look lovely. Now I'm done.
Okay.
Now I'm done. They're silver, and they're so pretty. So it's silver. Yay. Yeah, I'm going to feel like that. But I'm not going to feel like that.
She's so happy to have gotten some pillowcases. Now, I'm going to tell you. About 3 weeks ago, I ordered me a new comforter set, with like all the works from Amazon. And when I came, I was just so happy because, I liked it. It was pretty and I love butterflies. And again, I got another butterfly themed bed. So I was happy about that. But I didn't go around telling everybody who I talked to that I got a new comforter set. I didn't do that, but this ever is happy about some pillowcases. Shirley's divorce finally said, girl, they sick of Alfredo. Do you know how to cook anything else besides Alfredo? I'm going to take a guess and say no. Donnell says her Timu order arrived. And Joseph Bullard said, she says, I have a structured settlement and I need cash now. Call JG Wentworth 1-800-NOW. Salty Buzzard said she probably waves her stanky diaper at the kiddos to make them behave. I don't know, because that girl sure turned that light off on her. That was funny as heck.
Okay.
I love you.
Okay, why you
It'll be all right.
why you saying
Everything gonna be all right.
Okay, why you love me? Why you be saying you love when you
Well, I love you. That's how I feel. That's
Tell
how
me
I
that,
say it.
boy.
That's how I feel.
Tell me that, boy.
I was watching Kevin Samuels again. For some reason, he's on my playlist on YouTube. I don't know how he got on there. But Kevin Samuels, the relationship dude. And it's some to this 40-year-old lady who is going through a divorce. And he just up and talking about, ain't shit out here. You better stick to what you got. What's wrong? He ain't beating on you.
That honestly doesn't sound like Kevin Samuels. That does not sound like him. I didn't watch him, right? But well, I did like kind of sort of peek in on him to see what all the rage was, but that just having not watched him, I can say with my feet planted on the ground that I don't believe he said that. Ain't nothing out here. No, I don't believe it. Miss Mad About Music says waffles and Alfredo is all she knows how to fix. It's been what, 3 years, 12 years a slave? I don't know. But all we've ever heard her talk about was waffles and Alfredo pasta, nothing else. Nothing else. So I have to believe that that's all she can do. Attitude and Tylenol says, they can't ever quote anyone correctly. Yeah, but that's true. They can't, but that just don't even sound like Kevin Samuels, and I didn't watch the guy.
Well, that, and she's
Damn.
out here. I'm not just saying I could accept that out of like a one date I have had in the last 3 years.
Damn.
Right. However, like, oh, well, if you're this age and you're single, something must be wrong with you. I'm like, how about there's just not a selection out there? And not everybody desperate was just going to accept whatever's out there. You know, you could just be like, no, I'm good. I'll be by myself.
That's what you're doing. That's exactly what you're doing. Salty Buzzer said, "Is Edith in good health? How does she feel about this aired out hoe loving her husband?" Layla, not Layla, says, "Does he ask that because he knows he's not worth anything?" To be honest with you, I believe he asks that because he just ain't got nothing else to say, honestly. Or maybe he has self-doubt, self-worth issue. I don't know. I don't know. All I know is these two were meant for each other.
So, no, I'm good. I'll be by myself.
Mm.
Crazy.
Yeah.
You know, what is so funny is, and he be, not even thinking he be having people just go on there and just do that as just, you know, like, is this girl really serious, fat, and just, you know, a whole bunch of kids? And even, and I be, you know me, I'm all behind her head, looking at her kitchen, looking at her, you know what I'm saying? What's her house looking like, you know? And I'm like, ew, okay, no, she doesn't originate spot where he, you know.
Mm.
I'm like, yeah. And then like, oh, I want a guy who makes at least $300,000 to $500,000 a year. I'm like, I don't even want that. Get the fuck out of here.
You have low standards. Did Kevin Samuels, I mean, like I said, I didn't watch him. So, like, did he show people, like, say, like Kendra G, when she's on there and people call into her show, you can, like, see their house in their background. Did he do that? Is that something he did? Because I don't know. But the nerve of her saying that, she was trying to look at the girl's house or anything. I like, say, for example, when I watch Kendra G, that's not my first thing is to look around the background. My first thing is what are they saying? And then, after, if they're saying something off the wall or something, I'll start to look around them just because I'm looking for an explanation. Y'all know how I do. So I'm looking for an explanation for the behavior that's being presented. But she was just looking around to see if they had a clean house. Muffin 218 says, "Who eats chips like that? Why is she always eating when she's on the phone with him?" Donnell said she's the desperate one. She chased down a married man in jail after he used a sex toy on her. She's in love with a con man. My Ty says he doesn't sound interested. And Major's wife said he doesn't, I mean, she bashes women every chance she gets, always judgmental and nasty, like her boyfriend who can't be around pets. Rossi said he's not my tie. You know what I find interesting is that she's siding with Kevin Samuels, pretty much saying everything that he says is right. I don't necessarily believe everything he says. Just like, how unrealistic is it for you to have 6 kids by six different baby daddies and find a man, a black man, who makes $500,000 to $600,000 a year to marry you? That just sounds unrealistic. It really does. Not saying that they're not deserving to be married or any of that, but there's sometimes your standards are what they are, and everyone should have some. But there's a difference between standards and delusions. And I think it's very delusional for someone in that position to think that they are going to get a man. He has to be an exceptional man to be able to accept you and your 6 kids and your 6 baby daddy kid. It just attitude and Tylenol said Sylvia just showed us Sonia's entire house. It's chaotic. Savannah Clover says she has low self-esteem, wanting and needing to love a married con man. Pen Pal 50 said, I ain't gonna lie, I love spicy Doritos and guacamole. Rossi, she says it's unrealistic. I don't like guacamole. I tasted it once. I didn't like it. Yeah, it's unrealistic. It is just really unrealistic. It is hard for someone who is like, say, for example, men in my age group. A lot of them, especially if they don't have children, are looking for women um, who are younger than them. I saw this on Kendra G before too. So it's hard for me because I'm in a category where, okay, either a man is going to have kids, but by now whatever kids he has should be grown or just about. But there might be someone who is close to my age and they might want to try. They might want 3, 4, 5 kids. That it's just not going to happen. And so they go and they get a younger one, and I think that that's what happens. Salty Buzzer said, I can't eat guacamole on plain crackers. No, you said you could eat it. Lovejoy said, that sounds good at Pen Pal 50. Southern Bee Charm said, yep, it's nasty, Legacy Moon. Donnell said, I love guacamole. And Natasha Razor Glam said, the problem with the manosphere types is they raise the bar. They have unrealistic expectations. Nothing women can do would please them. And a lot of times I find that their high expectations are based on some stuff about themselves that's just not true. Like they're not as successful as they claim to be. I've noticed. Snowbird said Kevin was so vicious when he talked to women. He ripped them apart. He wasn't trying to help them. No, he wasn't.
Damn.
Oh, and it be some not even
What?
average looking females, you know? I'm
Mm,
like, that is not cute
damn.
at all.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
At all.
I
I'm
just, I,
cool.
I, I just, I just laughing because I know I've been locked up, but a lot of people sure know they miss that good lifestyle. I know they do. I know they do. Yeah.
Oh, of course.
I
Yeah.
know you
A
do.
lot of people don't have that because, like I say, it's hard out here.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's hard. A lot of stuff has changed. And some people don't know how to just bounce and just like, all right, that's over with.
I will agree with her. It is hard out here, especially once you get a particular age. But my standards will never drop to the point where I am going to visit an inmate every week, putting money on his books all the time so he can sit up and call me. And now that he can talk to you from the comforts of your own home or while you're driving or sitting in the nail salon getting your nails done, you know, I just couldn't do it. At some point there needs to be some type of touchy feely, I should say. Oh, that's what I will say.
Let's live like this now.
Yeah. 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 Wish I would have stuck on in there with old kid.
Right.
Yeah. 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 Okay. Okay then. Wow.
Of course, you did something to her face. It is
Huh?
so weird. These girls come back looking a whole different.
Who?
It's one thing when they take the wrinkles off their face, or when they come back with a whole new face, you're looking like, who?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What you say? Who's taking wrinkle off their face?
I know when people take wrinkles off their face is one thing I said, but when they come on TV and they look a whole bit different,
She does not even have the forethought or the knowledge to say a facelift or Botox. She said when people take the wrinkles off their face. Now, I always say, why does she never correct him when he says stuff wrong? But I'm beginning to see the big picture. She doesn't necessarily know it's wrong.
completely different.
Victor the Veil said it's definitely harder out here when you're over 40. Yeah. And no kids to meet an age appropriate partner. Right. Because all the age appropriate ones want younger women because they want this like six child household, biological children. I can't push it, I might can give you one. Twins one in my family, so we might get a 2 for 1, but 6 kids, 5 kids, that's just not gonna happen for me. It's just not. I'm too old. That's so Shackle Shuffle Walk of Shame says, damn, I just looked up Nesto's net worth. Are you playing? Are you playing with me? Nesto Shackle Shuffle Walk of Shame. It's $108. He ain't even worth 150. My Chai says I don't see Shirley saying she misses Nesto. I'm trying to figure if this is a joke.
What wrinkles though? How do you take wrinkles off your face?
They shoot the Botox in their face, but then sometimes they get the fillers and they get the jaw lift and the eyes. You look different.
Well,
Kay Michelle look totally different.
Who? Kay Michelle.
Kay Michelle, the singer.
She look better or worse?
Oh, she looked a thousand times better, but she just looked like a whole nother person. She don't even look like her. She don't even look like a sister of herself.
Okay, let me go Google this because I thought Kay Michelle, she looks the same, and the only surgery I'm aware of that she has is getting the butt shots taken out or whatever, and then gaining weight and transferring the fat. I've never heard or known of her to have a facelift. Southern Beach Charm said over 45, the kids should be grown and they have grandchildren, right? Some women still are having kids. That's what I'm saying. So like I could probably like if I meet someone age appropriate, I could maybe push out one. But like a whole fleet, this just not gonna happen. Not at this age. It's not. Rossi said, baby making factory closed over here. Salty Buzzer said, how the hell is Nesto worth $100? But I have a feeling we're about to find out. Cam Lewis said, damn, he's worthless. I had to come up for that one. At Nesto Shackle Shuffle Walk of Shame. Hey, Lisa Glaze.
Damn.
They put a side. They put a side by side of her, and her old self looked like an aunt of her new self. That's what they look like. Her old self looked like the aunt, and just like how Chris Brown's mama. Did you see Chris Brown's mama the remake when she did herself?
I ain't never seen that.
I've never heard.
No.
You saw Gladys Knight though, right? When Gladys Knight had her face.
I ain't seen that one.
Oh no, my God, Gladys Knight was good as shit. She literally took 20.
Gladys Knight didn't get a facelift. Didn't she just get a nose reduction? And wasn't that eons ago? Nestor was in a free world back then. Major's wife says it's when he was down to 37 cents on the phone for me. His net worth is $240, a roll of sausage, 1 box of cereal, 2 Zuzus, and not wham whams, but a wham wham. Okay, a wham wham. K Michelle looks at well, we can already find out. The only black but not bitter said I sold my reproductive organs on eBay.
Years off her face, and she didn't even make herself look worse. She actually made herself look better. Sometimes, like Carly Red, the one that lived here, she made herself look like a trans. She looks fucked up in the face, and she's still on TV, and ain't nobody saying nothing. I'm like, how are they talking to her? And she just fucked her face up because she was cute before, but as she got older, I guess you like it's why, but. She could have still just.
You know how, Sonia, because nobody's going to just get up and say, you're interviewing someone about whatever you're interviewing them about and say, girl, you look ugly as hell. What you do to yourself? That's just not going to happen in a realistic world. Snowbird said Gladys got a facelift. She looks wonderful. The only black but not bitter says Patti LaBelle got a nose job back in the 90s. You know what? Well, okay, I will buy the Gladys Knight having a facelift thing because she did. I forget what kind of cancer she had, but she was very sick, and she started to look very weathered. So I mean, I can see that she may have. I mean, but at the same time, when you get a certain age, you just probably kind of sort of should deal with it. Victor DeVille said, I wouldn't mind having twins, but I want the right partner who isn't going to run out when those rascals are here. I agree. Donnell says, Sonya just makes shit up. Yeah, she does. Savannah Clover said at Nesto's Shackle Shuffle Walk, a shame by chance. Did you look up Side Hen's network? Net worth. She's probably worth 50 cents. Lovejoy said, Sonya, you have some nerve, girl. We didn't recognize you without the filters. We sure did not. No, we didn't.
Tweaked herself, but she went and did her lips real big. She did something with
Damn.
filler in her jaws. She did something. I mean, like she really did her whole face looked like she was in a car accident, and they used her face as an airbag. That's how she looked, like a tranny. She looked like a straight up dude.
Damn.
She looked like a man trying to be a woman. That's exactly what she looked like.
Wow. She looked
I was like, oh yeah. It's like
Now, I personally don't understand when it became in style for black people to make their lips big, but apparently they are because I've seen it, and I don't understand it. Attitude and Tylenol said, "Can we give Legacy 40 more likes?" Yes, that would be so wonderful. I'd really love that.
first of all, she always had nice lips because they weren't skinny. They weren't skin, right? So for her to do the lip injection, she was wrong for that because her lips were fine. She didn't need to go and do all of that, plump my lips up even fatter. Like it looked like somebody punched her in the mouth like 13 times. That's how her lips look. So she didn't need to do anything with her lips. She could have did a little enhancing with wrinkles, and she should have left it alone and just grew old. Just grew old because her face was fine. She was never ugly.
Wow.
But she just made her eyes Carly Red look. I'm gonna send you a picture of her before and after. You're gonna be like, yeah, these women. Yes.
Shit.
But Kay Michelle, her face looks good, but she don't look nothing like her old self. I didn't recognize her. I was like, who was that?
The one had the booty. She took the booty out of
Yeah. She took her ass out, right? Okay, you knew that, right? What's up? No.
You told me that shit.
Yeah. She got her booty. Yeah, she had got, and then something with her injections in her.
Is that the one that just had a baby or something, did she?
No, Kay Michelle didn't have a baby, but she was on stage some years ago, and her teeth fell out while she was singing. Her front teeth. I was like, oh my God.
Oh, shit.
Who did her teeth?
So she on Love and Hip Hop? What's she on?
She started off on Love and Hip Hop. That's when I first, like, some years back. Like,
has anybody heard that story before that K. Michelle was performing and her teeth fell out? Hey, Nikki. Major's wife says this bee just goes on and on like the Energizer bunny. Yeah, I got your email, Nesto Shackles. I'm just trying to check into this K. Michelle thing first, and then I'm gonna get your email. Salty Buzzer says Sonia's lips are practically falling off of her face, but she keeps on flapping them. I have like my grandmother and my great aunts and stuff, and then one of my aunts, their lips were thin. And I don't have the biggest lips, but I mean, I've never thought about getting injections. I mean, I Revive says, no, ma'am. These teeth fell out. Yeah, not because I didn't know, because K. Michelle, if those aren't her original teeth, they're what do you call the things? They're dental implants. So those wouldn't have, I mean, like, why would K. Michelle has money? Why would she get dentures when she could afford? So yeah, I Revives as usual, getting it wrong. Joseph Buller said, I told y'all she full of it. The only black but not bitter says, I know this snaggletooth 304 ain't talking about anyone's dental work. Crafted up with taste that God sits high and looks down low. So whatever she has planned for Miss Janice could possibly backfire. I got to check that thing again to see if there was like any disposition from when she went to that judicial meeting. I'm trying to check on. I got to check on that.
7, 8 years ago with Love and Hip Hop. Now she's just. Then they gave her own show, and now she just sings. Well, and pops up on Love and Hip Hop when it's time to be ratchet.
Oh, that's it. Oh,
Yeah,
damn.
she's always fighting and always with the mouth.
That's who woman?
I have never seen Love and Hip Hop, but I don't know anything and have not heard anything about K Michelle going back on there since she's not been on there. Lovejoy says, I don't believe that. Salty Buzzer said, I'm thin lipped, just the way God made me. The only black but not bitter says, at Legacy Moon, I got the lips you don't have. I get my money's worth out of a tube of lipstick or lip gloss. I don't have, mine aren't very big. And then I have that heart in the middle. So I guess, if you don't have one, at least you have the other. For me, Joseph Buller said, with a collapsed jaw, bone pitcher. Look who's talking. Hey, let's talk about it all. Says it was supposedly knocked out while performing in 2021. But how did she knock her tooth out performing? That's kind of weird.
Supposed to be.
Hmm?
Who woman that was? Who woman she was?
She used to be married to Memphis Black. Remember Memphis Black had brought her out? The one who was married to Toya? Yeah, him, Memphis. So he one who I guess they were dating when she was trying to be a singer before she got famous. And she said, I think that's what I think he knocked her teeth out because she said he used to beat her ass.
Damn.
So yeah, but she got a lot to think about when women like that.
This is the part of the conversation that pissed me off. Southside Chi-Town says Sonya filed a 100-page answer or something dumb like that. Really?
Be real, always like fighting and always like, and then they say a man, be like, I always think that was her with that mouth because she got a really slick ass, disrespectful mouth, like all the time. Her mouth, she got into it literally everybody on the cast. So when they like that, I feel like whatever he did, you probably started that shit. And he just ended it. I don't think he just randomly just walked up and started beating. Because Toya was married to him for like 3 years. And she said he cheated, but he never put his hands on her.
So, okay.
I really believe
she thinks, now listen to this logic. She thinks that because someone was with, this guy was with some other woman and did not put his hands on her, but put them on K Michelle. We're saying that K Michelle was probably lying. Is that what we're saying? And then she's going to say something that contradicts what she just said. Leela, not Layla, said veneers can actually fall out. Can they? I didn't know that. But as much as somebody of her means would have paid for them, that's just weird to me. Attitude and Tylenol says she did have to get her teeth fixed from abuse. I did hear that. I did hear, she suffered some abuse and she had to get her teeth fixed. But falling out on stage, I had never heard that before. She's countersuing the elderly lady. Of course she is. Of course, because any grab could be a money grab for this lady. Pen Pal 50 says that's true. K Michelle said that when she was on Love and Hip Hop that he beat. I'm not saying that she wasn't in an abusive situation. What I'm saying is that Sonya says that this man, what did she say was Memphis Bleak, was married to someone else named Toya. And according to Sonya, Toya said she never touched her. But the same Memphis Bleak married K Michelle or was with K Michelle and was in domestic situations. And she's saying that couldn't be true because he didn't hit the other girlfriend. But Pen Pal 50 said he was abusive towards Toya. Soul Power says something is wrong with this heifer. Miss Mad About Music said, look who's talking about a slick ass mouth. Sonya, I hope somebody tells K Michelle so you can get checked. Now, and that's something, I like K Michelle. And that's something K Michelle will do. She will come and check a fan. But what I'm going to do now is show y'all this. This has got to be This has got to be a mistake, though. I am going to show y'all. Nesto, let me shrink that down a little bit. Okay. All right, I'm gonna show y'all Nesto's net worth. I'm gonna stop sharing that and share something else. And I'm gonna show you his net worth. This Nesto Shackle Shuffle Auction, this has got to be the wrong person. Thank you, the one and only Black but not bitter. Attitude and Tylenol said, and Toya said that he was abusive as well. But see, as usual, Sonya not getting it right. So here we have Ernest's earnings. Let's see. We have wait a minute. He's worth $108, between $108 and $649. But where did they even get that from? Because there's zero, like from 2025 of February down to May of 2024. So that's got to mean that he had $100. He's got $100 somewhere from before he was incarcerated. Let me see what y'all are saying. Natasha Razor Glam says, Sonya never has any conversation about a book she read. It's only stuff she sees on Fox News or reality shows. And doesn't she talk about reality shows being, nothing but gossip and, all this stuff? Pen Pal 50 said Memphis was abusive to both. Attitude and Tylenol said, and Toya said that he was abusive as well. Okay. Well, apparently Sonya heard something else. Lovejoy says, so I just looked it up. One of K. Michelle's teeth fell out at a show. Sonya acts like her whole, well, she said the teeth flew out the mouth. And did somebody said that happened to Miss D? I mean, that might have happened to somebody, but I just refuse to believe it happened to K. Michelle. Virgo Callie said, ring K. Michelle's doorbell. Too funny. Ring K. Michelle's doorbell. Really? Major's wife said maybe she's counting the Monopoly money they found. Joseph Bullard said, damn, that nigga better off in jail. I see why he likes it. He can get 3 hots in a cot, but when he comes out, she's going to have to start taking care of him again. Let's get back into this call, and then I got something else I'm going to show. Oops, that is not the call. Let me get rid of that. Okay. Okay, here we wait, share the screen. Okay. All right, here we go.
My cousin, my ex from not 2000. I'm sorry. How old is it? 1988. My ex from 1988. Me and him still are just good friends. And I was asking, his sister is she used to be Judge. Oh my God, that Judge show. She used to be the producer for one of the Judge shows right on TV. So that's his sister. I've known her since she was 17 years.
If there's a friend of mine that I've known since they were 17 and they are or were the producer of a Judge show, I would remember the show.
Oh, so she always texts me, and DMs me on Instagram all the time. And sometimes she'll call me on the phone when she's in town in Atlanta, right? So he has ulcers or whatever. So whenever he was in a bad car accident, so she texted me that he was in a bad car accident. And I was like, oh, okay. So I was calling to just reach out to make sure, he okay, yada, 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 right? So his girlfriend responded and was talking all kind of fast, slick shit, right? Mind you, his girlfriend was like, and then so she was like, oh, and if you want my man, this, that, and I'm sitting there like, girl, he was probably a newborn when I dated him. Ain't nobody trying to go back to that. That he is just a friend. And so like a month after that, she sent me a picture of her face. Apparently, he used to beat all his girlfriends, right? So he apparently beat her ass.
See, now listen. This guy she's talking about, that Pen Pal 50 is saying lies, lies, lies. Shay B said, scratch a lie, you'll find a thief. Now you'll see why I was saying what I said about the K. Michelle and Toya situation. Black but not bitter, you sent me my how to join membership. That's what you sent me.
Yeah, she great. She was like, I just want to, just say, we're no longer together. And I'm like, did she get the first message when I said we just friends? I don't want him. Like, what the fuck? And so she was all sending me this, picture, and he beat me up. And I was like, honey, sorry for whatever you're going through. That man has never even cussed at me, let alone put his hands on me. This is how you carry yourself, or what a man.
Oh, let me get okay. So first of all, okay. So, K. Michelle was with this guy who abused her. We're finding out that he also abused his previous girlfriend, but Sonya doesn't, she says he didn't. That previous girlfriend, Toya, said, no, he didn't abuse me, but okay, he did. Her theory where she was going with that is that, if he didn't abuse one, then he probably didn't really abuse the other. But yet now she's sharing her experience with a boyfriend of hers who's after they broke up got another girlfriend, and he was abusing her, and Sonya feels like, well, it's the way you carry yourself. Good night, Lovejoy. Have a good day tomorrow and be safe. So we're to believe that the girl must have been doing something wrong, as she would say, and not the fact that he was abusive, but it must have been her, because he never did that to me. Leela said, make this bitch stop. Savannah Clover says Sonya needs to find constructive things to do rather than wait for a payday from the courts suing that elderly woman. Get a job and take Infamous with you. I don't see that happening. Attitude and Tylenol said, I think initially Toya did say that, but it was only to protect him while they were married. She told the truth after they separated. Yeah, and that's what you do, because the safety for yourself first. So yeah, I can believe all of that. And Sonya only tells half truths, or she doesn't have all of the information. Joseph Bullard said, according to her warped theory, then why was she shot? Exactly. Got to ask yourself that question. The only Black but not bitter said, on Sonia's legal filing, she listed an address that is different. You can't do that on a filing. False from where we have seen in the tablet calls. She lives near the battery, and the address listed on the filings in Northwest Atlanta. Wow. Victor the Veil says you can't compare one relationship to another all the time. No, you can't. No, you can't. Soul Power says, so if the man that pow side hen never pow anyone else, does it mean he didn't pow side hen too? She's a dummy. Yes, exactly. See where I'm going with this? Snowbird said that's like when they would blame the woman for getting sexually assaulted. Rossi says Sonya works my nerves. Hey, Peppermint Patty. Peppermint Patty said, Sonya, write a book. You have a great imagination.
No, you're willing to put up with. I said he beat a lot of his exes up, a lot. Because I used to tell him about stop putting your hands on women.
Is he still living?
He's still living. Some guys know the right one to hit. The thing with him is, and I see that with a lot of men. A lot of guys, for my cousin that's in jail for murder. Outside of him, a lot of guys that beat women for like very often is got guys that won't fight men. Because I've never ever known him to fight a man. But he put his hands on women like all day, every day, some shit. He'll slap them down.
Sonya, listen now. Listen to what you just said. Listen to what you just said. Now you want to talk about your first of all, this guy, he's innocent in her eyes. He didn't do any of this stuff. You want to talk about that, but then you want to talk about your cousin that's in jail for murder. So why is he guilty and Nesto innocent? This is what I don't understand. I mean, was he going around unaliving people and finally got caught? I mean, if we use her theories, this is what we would say and think. Jet Black Straight said that hoe didn't come up to breathe. No, she didn't. Mm-mm.
right? Never, ever, ever. He's always been so respectful towards me, always polite, always smile, like always. Just even the brief moment we dated, he was beating girls then because his ex, he had just had two babies when I met him, and that's why I was like, I'll never date all the babies ever again, you know. And he had two kids. He had hood twins because they both were born like 2 weeks apart, and he was putting hands on one of them. And the other girl used to fight him. So he would put hands on her, but she used to fight his ass back. Like, you know, not take it because she was from the project. And so I was like, this is a lot. I can't deal with this. You need to stop putting your hands on women, you know, because it's just fucked up. You don't do that. You got daughters, that shit's going to come back. You don't get karma on you because you got about 8 kids, 9 kids probably, you know.
She needs to learn how karma works. Both of them need to learn how karma works. So I had to, because we got to do this with her. We just gotta. I have gone over to K Michelle's Instagram, and I don't know when she had this surgery, but I am looking, and I can't really see when she had it. I don't know why K Michelle has Chucky as her avatar, but she does. So but I listen because I like when K Michelle does country and western music because I think she sounds good singing it, and I think that that's really where her focus should lie. But I mean, she does look kind of younger here, but I just don't think she wasn't a bad looking woman. It looks like I could say she got her nose done, but she looks like K Michelle, I think. What y'all think? Because this is an older picture of K Michelle right here on this to the left. And I mean her nose looks smaller, but that could be that good contouring like Sonya does. She I don't see it. I don't see it. Hmm. Vic to the Veil says this is why she thinks she's so much better than other women. I love K Michelle's operatic song. She has a beautiful voice. She really does. You said K Michelle is bleaching? Well, I mean, I don't think people realize it, but you can the way your hair is colored can also make your color look different. But are we saying that K Michelle is bleaching and isn't? Because if ever someone was bleaching, it would be her. I'm just saying she just keeps getting lighter and lighter. Pen Pal 50 says she basically looks the same. Man, she looks the same to me too. I don't see where it's this dramatic and she looks like a sister of herself. I'm not seeing it. She still looks like K Michelle. If I were to see her, she would still be K Michelle. This is who she looks like. And I'm trying to speed down here, but she looks like the same K Michelle. So, Sonya's just jealous of women. So that's all I can say about that. So let's get back into this call. We are almost done with it.
But I'm like, you're going to get karma back on you because you can't be like, you know, but I just, it's just either the girl got a lot of lip or she just carries herself in which way where a man knows he can get that off. That's how I feel.
Oh, so Beyonce was wearing bronzer and she doesn't anymore. Vic to the Veil said, I think K Michelle looks gorgeous, just different. Natasha Razor Glam says, Sonya is so jealous of successful Black women because she's never had any success in her life except scraping her knees. Donnell says Sonya is jealous of anyone that's not pitiful like her. Casino Lady says Sonya is sick. So what we now know is Sonya feels like any women who are in domestic violence situations. They must have bought it on themselves.
On that. It's not it. But the one that shot me, he was abusive to his last girlfriend. I found out when we were together. Somebody had told me he used to beat the shit out of his girlfriend.
Oh, let me get this straight. So the one that shot you found out he was very abusive to his ex-girlfriend, but he wasn't abusive towards you, but yet he pow-powed you. Okay, I just want to make sure I'm following along.
Before me. And me and him had one fight before he shot me. And me and him, I was like, because he was my height, so he hit me out of nowhere, and I was like, took it aback, and then I just dove on his ass like, fuck that, ain't no man. Because I used to fight dudes, all through elementary, junior high school, because I didn't like boys, and he'd always touch me, and when he touched me, I would always get mad and fight.
She used to fight dudes in elementary school because she didn't like boys. Attitude and Tylenol says, and that platinum blonde hair is washing out bad. Shaby says he was laying hands on he had to be. You can't make me believe the previous girlfriend he was knocking around, but he didn't touch. The only time he touched her was he slapped her one time, and then she just dove into him, and so he knew what it was, after that happened. But other than that, he wasn't abusive towards her, even though he pow-powed her. Make it make sense. Savannah Clover says she is fooling herself with that lie. She can't fight a soul.
I don't right, like, don't put your hands in my ass, like, the nice way I stopped fighting boys. But I used to fight boys, so my immediate reaction was, no, he just didn't hit me. I'm about to kick his ass, And so I don't know if I'm gonna win or not, but I'm about to fight this dude. And so me and him was just going toe to toe. And he didn't.
And Sonya, if you look back at her pictures from like before she was pow-powed, she's not that I mean, she is smaller now than what she was initially, but not by much. So, I mean, I find it hard to believe that you have a man who's abusive and he slaps you, you just go off on him and he can't control you. I find that hard to believe because that's what they do. They usually are able to get you first and get on you and control you. Soul Power says she's legit certifiably nuts. Peppermint Patty said what kind of crowd she associates with. At least Nesto tried to associate with a decent type of dumb folks. Yep. Donnell says Sonya doesn't realize she was a battered woman herself. A man literally pow-powed her entire house. Yes, getting multiple people before he was unalived himself. Yeah.
My ass, he just got that one off. He did. He got that first hit. And it kind of took me back because I didn't see it coming because I don't argue with people. I don't raise my voice.
What?
And I'll never disrespect, even if he being disrespectful.
She says she don't argue and disrespect people. That's what this heifer just said. Casino Lady said her mouth probably got her pow-pow. You know what? I will always say that it was substance related. And something came up missing, whether it was substances or drugs, I don't know, but I do believe something came up missing. He didn't just go in there and and I can see if he went in there and he just got her, but he gets the whole, everybody who's in the way he's getting. It's more to that story. Salty Buzzer, she got her fan. My Ty said sticky fingers.
I know I can't whoop a man's ass. I know that. So I never talk to, you know what I'm saying, a man like I can whoop his ass. You get me? I don't even talk to my kids like I can whoop their ass at all. I don't talk to nobody like that.
So that anxiety.
I find that to be a lie because I've heard you talk to the kids that you have now, and it's not favorable. Okay, not at all.
How you feel? You got to get your snap back. You got to see like you fighting somebody or something. Is that how that feels?
No. That's a whole panic thing. That's panicky. You know how when you get...
And I don't care how many people you used to fight. If you are with somebody, especially someone who is allegedly not abusive, and they hit you for the very first time, you can't like instantly jump back at them because you weren't expecting it. You weren't expecting it. And there's no way it can get to the point where you just went in on him and overpowered. It just... that doesn't sound right because you would have had to, if he never touched you before, you would have had to have been off guard when he hit you. And there's no way he would have let you get back up or get close enough to hit him back. I'm sorry. I'm not saying every domestic case is the same, but I find it hard to believe that's the first time. Now, I can see if that was the 12th time and she just went off, somewhat like Anime Bullock did. I can see, but the first time and you just went in, not buying it. Casino lady said, "Oh yeah, I forgot that part." That's those shackle shuffle walk of shame said, her mouth and her scam got her pow powed. Muffin 218 said the word on the street was he was a dealer and she was skimming off the top and he kept coming up short. See, that's what I'm saying. That is exactly what I'm saying. It's more, it's always more to the story. She ain't gonna tell the truth. It ain't in her. Donnell said that's a lie. She paints herself as a wonderful parent. I just don't believe it. Who was watching Sydney when she was in jail in her 20s? It's my understanding that the dad had Sydney for many years, and I believe it was before she even went. And then I think she was pregnant with Tomas one of the times she went in there. So, but I can definitely believe skimming off the top, whatever. I can believe it all. I do believe substances or money or both went missing, and that's what happened.
Pulled over by the police. You know that feel of panic, like, oh shit.
Yeah, okay.
That's what I was feeling. It's a panic,
Oh.
like, oh my God, I hope. My thing, I be thinking, like, I hope he don't collapse on me and I can't get under him. That's what I be thinking. Like, what if this dude stroke? I be thinking like that. Yes, I be thinking, what if he stroke out? Like I don't. It ain't the age. I just be thinking, what if he falls on me and I can't get off? Like, you know, and I just be feeling like closed in. And so it's an anxiety, like a panic attack, like getting pulled over by the police. That old panicky, like, what the fuck is about to go down? You know what I'm saying?
How many cases like that? How many some real cases like that? That folks that pass out like that and then die doing that. Come on now. How many cases like that?
No. I'm not saying it that way. That's just a fear I have. That's how I be feeling. So it's not like, you know, oh, it's often, it's this, it's that. I just.
You can be with a 60-year-old man. He could pass out on you. You can be with a 75-year-old man. He could pass out on you. You can be with a 25-year-old man and he could just pass out on top of you. Strokes, unfortunately, don't know ages. They come when and how they come. So if that is what's going through her mind when she's with an older person, she's dumber than I thought she was.
Feel like, okay, I'm already feeling close in. I will if he completely just falls on me and I'm pinned down. You get me? And I can't get him off me. Then I just be feeling like I can't do this. Right? You know, so it's just a panicky like that. It's anxiety. Not that it's got any realisticness to it. It's just that's how I feel.
They called me on Keisha's phone, says it happens to the best of us. They could it doesn't even have to be a stroke. They could have just they could have drank too much. I mean, it could be multiple reasons why somebody passes out on top of you, but you can't just say, "Oh, this is an older guy. He's going to pass out on me," because it's been known to happen to younger ones. My Ty said, "Not the color purple. How did he die? On top of me." Right? Yes, the color purple. And I'm convinced that's what she's quoting right now. The color purple.
You know? So that's why I be like, okay, you got to raise up a little. So he raised up and not just lay on me. I'm good. You know? It's just when they lay on me. Black girls are pretty here where we're.
Sensible creation, sister. Yes, that she is talking about. Came and went. Yes, she is talking about intimacy. Soul Power says she's the one that deals with super young men. Is she worried about stroking? Is she worried about them stroking out on her? Her stroking out on them? They should be. They should be, because by her having the nourishment, I should say, issues that she has, it could happen. And then, she doesn't properly take care of herself. So that can certainly happen. Nesto Shackle Shuffle Walk of Shame said, in my dysfunctional abusive relationship, because I knew my husband would hit me, there were times I just hit him first to draw blood because I knew his blood scared him. He would bitch up. Wow, that is good. That is, if you could do that, yeah, that is good. I never did. I mean, and there's just one incident that I've never told anybody about, and I don't even know that I can without, you know, breaking down. Big to the Bell said, Sonia's whole life is one big fictional screenplay. And by the way, Nesto Shackle Shuffle Walk of Shame, thanks for sharing that with us. Muffin 218 says she just wants to dominate. And you are correct. You are correct. Luna Brain Fireheart said, good evening, everyone. I'm sorry, but um realisticness, we don't take anything that she says as realistic. Trust me. Salty Buzzer said, I believe Ernie ruptured her gut. Just my opinion. Well, I say that all the time. She was fresh out the hospital, just had this surgery, almost died. Carol Ann, no going to the light. Had to be intubated and all of these things. And she comes home, and in less than a week, she wants to sleep with this man ill.
Weird. I don't understand that.
Man, I don't know that. You must be looking at Restless TV.
Oh,
That's exactly what the hell you doing.
so Sheree got pretty. Of course, her hair is even pretty. She got a wig on too, but Sheree got real pretty hair, and she got a wig on, and I'm like, you don't even need that because she's from Cleveland. She got nice hair.
That's
Miss
that
Kidnapped her though.
That's Atlanta shit thing. That's what they got going on. Walking around with
Right.
Just because she's from Cleveland doesn't mean you know her, Sonya. You probably just happen to know she is from Cleveland. And let me tell you, Sonya, I have very long hair, and for the past 5 years, I wore wigs. That's all I wore. I did not wear my hair out. I'm wearing it out now. I decided that that's what I want to do now. So you can have long and pretty hair and still choose to wear a wig. I did it because I like my hair to look different. I like the different color. And now I was never fuchsia blue and pink, all that. That wasn't me. But you give me a good honey blonde, auburn, yes, I was all down for it. And I still, will probably go back to wearing them off and on. I just won't let that be like an everyday thing. So, Sonya, people with hair and pretty hair, long hair, whatever, they wear wigs. It happens. It's called protecting your actual hair.
I be seeing the girls that are like enhanced but more natural than all over in the over the country.
I wonder why they put Ratchet TV on during the summertime when everybody out. That makes no sense to me.
They keep it going. I don't know.
Ratchet TV is on all year long, isn't it? I mean, seems like every time I turn around, I see something ratchet on there. I don't watch it, but I see it. Pen Pal 50 said everyone in the world is wearing wigs, Nesto. Wigs, locks, braids, something. It's called protective styles. Black women have to protect their hair. And if you're not a black woman like me, I just can't handle it. So, and by hand, I don't mean, I'm falling apart. I mean, handle like when I wash it, it's got to be blow dried. And then I want it, straightened a little bit. And it's just not easy. It is not easy at all. So.
Yeah, I thought, but apparently not. Oh, okay.
Well, I can't wait till wintertime. You get to come cuddle. Hey. It was raining a little bit today, and Katie's window was open, and the breeze was coming through. She was like, "Oh, this is nice laying down weather." I was like, "It is. It's nice cuddling weather." I said, "But you can't cuddle for at least 5 more years." She was like, "Well, I was like, you can cuddle with me though." She was like,
Vic to the Veil says Sonya is the type of person to only think mixed or white women have long hair. I am here to burst her bubble because not only on my mom's side of the family is there long hair, but also on my father's side of the family, they all had long hair. So I hate to burst her, and my father's side, it is, the darker side. So I hate to burst their bubble, but there are people who are black and of dark skin who have long hair. That's actually their hair, none like that stuff she wears on the visits every time she's there and says, I have to get my hair cut. Vic to the Veil says, I have not straightened my hair since pre-COVID and chopped it twice. And I know it's past my shoulders. I just leave it alone. I want mine's down my back, but I keep saying I'm gonna get locks, but the thing of it is I don't want to sit still enough to get them. I mean, like I can imagine it takes a long time, and then I can imagine it takes a long time when they have to be retwisted, and I just don't want to do that. So that's what's stopping me from that. Donnell says these two are so dumb to me. These hair conversations are juvenile to me in 2025. I have news for you. They're juvenile to us too. She also says people openly wear wigs, weaves, braids, and extensions. And this man does hair. You mean to tell me he doesn't know anything about protective styles and why a lot of women wear wigs? It's not because it's a thing. It's because people want to protect their hair. People want something different. Like me, I don't want to cut mine. I don't want to cut mine off because, I like the fact that I can like put it back in a ponytail or wrap it around the top of my head. I mean, I like that. So I don't want to cut mine. D-Dub says, so does that mean she wears faux ponytails because her hair is actually short? Well, I happen to believe that because I have seen when she puts that track in, I can see where the real hair stops and the track hair begins. So I'm not exactly sure what she's trying to say. And I don't know how this man who wanted to patent time, because he first came up with the concept of 24-hour barbershops and beauty shops when they've been around since the 80s, the late 80s. So I don't know how, and I didn't know you could patent time, but um Pen Pal 50 says Sonya is the only one going bald. And I'll tell you something else. There's one side of my head, the left side. I don't know what happened. They told me that it was from anesthesia after I got my weight loss surgery. That that thinned out, and they said it probably wouldn't grow back. I don't understand that, but that's what they told me. So when I wear my hair back in a ponytail, I always pull something out in front and like do like some type of curl to it or something so that people can't see it. But at the same time, if they do, I don't care and I'm not going to lie about it. Yes, something happened over here. I don't know what, and the hair is thin here. I don't know. That also happens to be the side I like the hair to hang down on when I have my hair down and I put apart. In the side of my head. That's the side I like hanging to my face. So it's all good, but I'm not ashamed to show it to somebody and say, hey, look what happened to me. So Attitude Tylenol said my retwists take 2 hours and I have a lot of hair. It's not bad. Really. I just think about braids. I think about braids because I know braids was like a 5-6 hour thing for me. So for them to twist my hair, I'm like, I don't know. Soul Power said this woman looks like she's cosplaying as Pennywise at those visits, but always talking about someone else's hair. Sensible Creation Sisters said that photo up on the screen tells me that man does not really do hair. Nesto Shackle Shuffle Walk of Shame said secure women wear low cuts and some are completely bald and they look very beautiful. They do. Um, Donnell says Sonya has 3 inches of hair in at the max. And that's something my mom, always having long hair, she kept it like shoulder length. She would cut it. And then she one day decided she wanted to go natural and had it all taken off. So people make decisions like that. Jet Black Straight said, cuddle with this married man, SMFH.
Oh, I had to say it. This is so nice. This is nice cuddling weather. She was like, you're Nesto. And I was like, yeah, here.
There you go. There you go. There you go. Okay. Tell me about this land now. Let me hear that part with the land.
You just gotta find some land.
Oh, okay.
I kind of think it need to be in a city where it's not so costly, but they don't have a lot of. Okay, I was looking today, right? So I was like, I remember talking about that lady who bought the shed.
Now we talk. Are we talking about the RV park again? Come here. Come here. You can come here. Are we talking about the RV park again? This conversation about this park is just exhausting. Where them fans at?
And she had the shed
Where
turned
them
into like a
fans
studio,
at?
Yeah.
and she moved into the shed. So I was like, sheds aren't that expensive. Sheds are actually the same price as a mobile home. Only thing is, it might be a little bit cheaper. Only thing is, you got to convert them. You got to put the plumbing, the electric. You got to do all of that too.
Yeah, you gotta do
Right. Right. But they're inconspicuous. Meaning, if I put 2 sheds in the backyard, no one's gonna think anything of it.
Yeah, I ain't gonna have them deal with that mobile home. Though. I could do
A motor home is even better because it's already done.
Does that make sense? If someone puts 2 sheds in the back of their home, nobody's going to think anything about it. So if it's in the back of the home, who's living where? Are you going to have tenants in the shed, or are you going to have tenants in the house and you live in the shed? I'm confused about this conversation. And more importantly, are you going to have plumbing ran in there, electricity ran in there? Like, how are you going to do this? Nesto Shackle Shuffle Walk of Shame says, I lost my hair from chemotherapy and it grew back in a different texture, but I learned to love me with no hair. Now now that my daughter is battling end stage cancer, I keep my hair cut to support her. How is she doing? Let me know how she's doing. Beauty is her name said, who's living in a shed? That's what I said. Who? I mean, is she talking about her, or is she talking about buying a house and she live in the house and a tenant live in the shed? I have seen this done. I have seen sheds converted to tiny houses and they look good. I had a shed at my house that was kind of big, and I'm like, this is a really big shed. I've seen it done, but I've seen it done the right way. Is she going to do it the right way? Salty Buzzer said, I've been begging for a fan break before this clucker gives me a mediocre stroke.
You just slap it in the backyard, and as long as you got the fence up, they'll just think, just at a glance, that it's just parked.
Yeah.
You know.
I would. Yeah, I would do
That is just parked. It's just,
And just
she said at a glance, they'll think it's just parked. Aren't sheds parked? Somebody help me out. I thought sheds were parked. They bring them and they sit them on the foundation, and that's that. What does she mean parked? Is she talking about an RV or a van or?
flat 2, 3, depending on how much yard it is.
Yeah.
It's extra $2,000-$3,000 on the property a month.
Yeah.
If you just put 2 or 2, 3, 4, however big, depending on if the yard kind of funky and it kind of swings, you can put 2 on one side, 2 on the other. But as long as it's in the back, I was watching.
So you're gonna buy a house and put about 4 or 5 sheds in the backyard, and ain't nobody gonna question it. I hope she knows to get these sheds, you have to have some sort of permit. You can't just, depending on where you live, but you can't just go plopping 4 or 5 sheds. People are gonna have questions. Ugh.
I always look at the houses when I leave from seeing you too. And I was looking over there, and they had some houses. I got to learn these counties and find out who's the worst county to deal with. Oh, right. Because Georgia, like Texas is so lenient. They don't care because it's a lot of farming and cattle and, tiny houses, mobile homes. They do not care in Texas. That's what I was like. And Texas is inexpensive. The houses aren't, you can buy a house for $150,000 in Texas. And it's nice, livable. Here, if you buy a house for 150, it's fucked up. It's unlivable, even in the good. Because how they done amped all the prices up to everything, so property taxes and all that. So it's crazy.
I don't know. I've seen houses in Georgia that I thought for 100 and some thousand, or up to 500,000, that I didn't think were bad. I didn't think they were bad, and they certainly weren't in bad neighborhoods. Heck, if you got like $1 million or 2 or 3, you can get you a nice size mansion there. So what is she talking about? Muffin218 says this was before tiny houses became popular. No, actually it wasn't, because I've been watching tiny houses for a long time. Me and a friend of mine have been talking for years about either tiny house or van life. So they've been around for quite some time, and it's a very interesting lifestyle, but the only difference is I just don't like all this traveling around and stuff. I don't.
basically. I was thinking Texas is like better, and you get land. As long as you get land with the house, like Florida, all the houses is right up under each other. There's no land. We gotta have at least a half an acre. Are you worried?
And where? No. I'm good. I'm good.
Are you okay? Are you okay with an average life if we're not
So,
stupid rich?
Oh wait, so twin mom 14, she doesn't want you there, Sonya. You can't go there. No. Yeah, Luna Brain, Fireheart doesn't want her in Dallas. Oh, you were talking about yours, Muffin 218. Soul Power says she's the business mogul that sleeps half of the day and runs her mouth the other half. Twin Mom says the only decent housing you can find in my area under 150K is a mobile home or a double wide. Donnell says I've been watching tiny houses since 2010 or 11, and they really, really became like a thing with when the pandemic came about because people wanted isolation. I don't know if they thought the world was going to end. I'm not quite sure, but a lot of people did start doing it then, but I've been looking into it for a long time. It just seems interesting. Pen Pal 50 said at Nesto, Shackles, Shuffle, Walk of Shame, and Legacy Moon, I wasn't talking about you ladies or anyone about hair loss. Oh no, I didn't take it that way. I didn't take it that way. I was just saying, just for me personally, that's an issue right there on the side, and I don't care. Like I ran out when I ran out the other day, I put everything back in a ponytail, and I happened to look and I was like, oh shoot, I forgot to leave something out to do like a little curl or something. And I didn't bother. Hey, I had already struggled to get it in that ponytail and get it straight. I wasn't taking it down so I could do a little bang cover up. And I went right out and did what I had to do. I don't, you know, but that's the difference. I'm not going to sit here and lie and say, oh, all my hair, my edges are beautiful and all. Yes, I do have long hair, but just on the side there, it's that one patch. Um, it's not noticeable because I cover it up, but I just don't see, what's to be ashamed of. Savannah Clover said, congrats, Donnell. God is great. Continued health. Peppermint Patty says, since Sonya moves around so much, do you think she's running from something? I just, have you ever met somebody who can't sit still? She reminds me of that one person who can't sit still. Salty Buzzard said she can't bring her ass to Alabama either. Lots of hollows and creeks to get lost in. Ooh. Yes, I had just one ponytail. I was gonna curl my hair, and I was like, I'm not curl. It just wasn't a curl your hair type of day. So I put it back in that one ponytail, not on the top of my head though, just back in a ponytail. I had it like a little, up the back a little bit. I didn't have it like exactly down, but yeah, that's how. And I went on about my business.
Oh, you gotta be super rich.
man, I don't know anything about none of that. Man, I'm thinking about is freedom. Oh, that's it. I'm not thinking about
This is when people be in jail thinking, I would love a simple life. Just being somewhere out the way, a simple life.
Well, I do have that. I'm trying to figure out what you're talking about.
No, you don't.
Man.
Okay.
Tell me why not.
Okay, let me see. Okay, go look at your pictures on your page that I sent you.
That's old.
I'm not say that.
We got about 2 more minutes of this call. Lunar Brain Fireheart says, I have a small patch of alopecia as well, but my locks disguise it. It is what it is. That's what I'm saying. I mean, if I think about it, I'll be like, oops, let me pull this, let me do a bang or something, But if I had done that the other day, I'd have had to get the irons out, turn them on, and part this out, and then try to make sure I get like the perfect twisty curl. Because when I do those twisty curls in the front, I want them to be twisty curls. So anybody got time for all that? Nesto Shackle Shuffle Walk of Shame says, quiet as is kept. Yes, Sonya is running from something, someone. And let's talk about it all says she's always looking around like somebody's looking for her. Well, Native says because one of her eyes is lazy, but
That shit outdated to me. That shit old. That's past time. That's it. Come on, some new fresh shit going on. So some new fresh shit going on. Yeah. This is time where yeah. Now Trump got everything wind up right now. Shit. This is
They keep
time.
trying to indict him. I don't like that. They're trying to push him out the race. I don't know.
Now you don't like it now, but damn.
Well, no, I like Trump. I'm saying I don't like the fact that they keep trying to throw all these charges on old boy because I don't want DeSantis. He's the second runner up for Republicans.
Right.
I don't want him to win. You have 1 minute remaining. Because, and then who's going to be his running man? Who's going to be vice president? Because Pence is running for president too. Not that he would win. He's like fourth. It's like 20. It's like 7, 10 people trying to run for president on the Republican part. But the first one, Trump is the number one, and Pence is the number. DeSantis is the number 2 runner, front runner.
But we got 5 more months to find out who's gonna be in the game race. 5 more months. It go hard starting goddamn January. So you got 5 months to see who's gonna be in the headlines. Yeah.
So it doesn't matter who is in the headlines. It is not going to help you. A called me on Keisha's phone, says my doctor took me without me asking that I had a traction alopecia because I got my hair twisted. Now I'm very conscious of it. Really? That's interesting. And you didn't even ask. Now that I think about it, I didn't ask my doctor either. Maybe. Yeah, no, I didn't, because why? He's a surgeon. Like, why would I ask him that? So I think he kind of told me when he noticed it, but sometimes I forget it's there. I just forget it's there. Now, here is some information that I have. Let me see. There is a call between Sonya and Nesto. And in the call, Sonya was talking to Nesto about the shooting. She went to say she was known as a setup girl, meaning she would lure victims to places to be victimized after the ex-boyfriend was unalived. And mind you, he was the one that came with the heat with the intent to unalive, but someone actually was in the position to unalive him. So we've heard. Sonia says she just decided to start all over again, leaving the 17 properties. She admitted to Nesto that a family member or friend of the ex-boyfriend approached her and threatened her for setting their loved one up to be unalived. And she left Cleveland suddenly, moving to Miami, where she felt she'd be safe because no one knew her. Ironically, the case is still open. They have not closed the case yet. I know you can't read the article, but the pictures from the newspaper, you will see the headline and them carrying the body out the house. And I did see that. Hey, Ebony. Ebony said, she said, who's going to be his running man? I know, right? Nothing. She gets nothing right. So you will be getting some. Well, no, let me just keep that to myself. I'll keep that to myself. Oh, I think the Global Tail Link ladies can come on.
You'll be here.
It's gonna be drama. Drama always kick the nation. That's why you're watching Ratchet TV right now.
I like it.
All right.
You'll call me in the morning. I'll come in the morning. I love you.
I love you too. Enjoy your Ratchet TV so you can pick it up.
Thank you for using Global Telling.
Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss the next one.
Can y'all tell me what y'all think Nesto means by Ratchet TV? I mean, we know he doesn't know meanings of words. So I am trying to figure out what he means by Ratchet TV, because they were talking politics. How did Ratchet TV come back up? A lady says that case needs to be examined by YouTube. Well, we're going to hear that call. We will hear it in the near future. And we will examine it, because this thing was not just a cut dry thing. So Donnell says, I've said it 10 times. Sonya is low class trash. She associates with criminals. Sensible Creation Sister said reality TV. But they were talking about politics. So how did Ratchet TV come back up? I mean, it's I don't know. Soul Power said these people are always saying they love each other. Neither seems capable of loving others. Muffin 218 says evidently Shirley likes Ratchet TV too. And you know what? I can see Shirley looking at stuff like that because this is what she does. I mean, she has to be up on all of the things. So I could see her watching the reality shows and all that. She might have to deal with one of the people on them. So I can see Shirley looking at that for those purposes. I don't have the patience. I don't have the patience. I've never seen Love. Wait a minute. Well, I know I have not seen Love and Hip Hop. I never watched Basketball Wives because I just seen the previews and all that dramatic fighting is enough for me. So I just have never been interested. Let me see the only I guess you can say reality shows. I guess this is reality is when I watch like ID or something like that. The first 48. That's what I consider. That's the only TV that I watch that might be reality based. But all these other ones where people are fighting and sleeping with everybody's man, and I just don't watch. I don't have the patience for it. I used to watch The Housewives, but I just got tired of it. I mean, I just got tired of it being glorified that Kim was messing with a married man, especially after we found out who he was, because the son's house, I mean, his house, which the son lived in, was on MTV Cribs, so we know who they are. It just, no. Cynthia marrying stupid men. I always thought Candace's husband was a piece of crap. Then they put Kenya Moore on there, who I don't even like. So I quit watching that show before Nene left. And that was probably the last show like that I watched. A lady says Sonya needs to start using Rogaine again. I don't see why she stopped. Soul Power said, but you know what? It might, being her system being the way it is, she might not. But Rogaine is topically, so that's not okay. Soul Power said those strawberry letters are ratchet radio. And not only that, Native's theory is that they're all made up because if you listen to them, they all read the same way. So I started doing that and I kind of see what he's saying. Shavy said, I love me some smut TV. Jet Black Straight said, who was it? I don't remember. Donnell said Nesto is ratchet. I can't watch any of it. I watched 3 minutes of Love and Hip Hop and all that arguing and screaming and hollering. Sensible Creation Sister said Martell and Coleslaw was better on social media than on their actual show. Yeah, I had heard some stuff about it. I really never seen that show before. I forget how I even know who he is, because I do know who he is, but I forget how I know. A lady says the housewives have fallen off. I haven't watched in years. Salty Buzzer said most definitely made up. Peppermint Patty said Shirley says she likes to watch those shows. Yeah, my mom did. My mom, she watched. Now she didn't do Love and Hip Hop, but all like the housewife stuff, she watched. She watched, and that might even be how I started watching. I don't know, because that's not something I would normally watch. But I was like, oh well, they've got these black women, and they're all successful, and this is what I think I'm going to see, and instead I see a bunch of ratchetness. So yeah, I had to give that up. So we are going to get out of here. I thank y'all for being here. Don't forget, tomorrow I will be on during at 1:30. I will be taking Native's place and he will take mine, except for he probably won't come on at 10. He'll probably be a little bit earlier than that. But yeah, I'm going to be on early, and we are either going to do Drunken Disorderly again, or we're going to do Bonnets and Bad Weaves. I'm not sure which one, but that's what we are going to do tomorrow. Let me get this music together. Let me find the slowest track possible for Jackson Tabasco. Oh, I forgot. Thank you so much for the super chats, the cash apps. Shout out to the marvelous Moonlight mods, and I will see y'all tomorrow.